Yeah, we did it. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the stream. And a very happy Magic Monday. One and all.
Yes.
We made it. It is still spooky month. Hopefully you all are enjoying your time in the lead up to Halloween next week, during the week next week. We still have over a week until it's here. And we're back for more MTG Arena.
Yeah.
In fact, for those of you that may be new, whether you're watching live or on the VOD, what's going on, everybody? This is Joe.
And Amy.
And we are Geek for All, and we are here to continue, as we always do, every Magic Monday, playing some Magic the Gathering Arena. Specifically tonight, we will be playing some Duskmourn House of Horror Limited. Run towards the new amazing deals in the store. Okay, I already bought the gold. There was gold deals today in the daily deals. So we could pay 50 gold to get 550 gold, aka you get 500 gold for free, which is pretty great.
That is great.
Amy, I wanted to know what you thought of the new
Life.
Extra Life stuff this year. So we've got 3 choices of how to spend gems if we want to.
Okay.
We have Fibblethip sleeves
Oh,
of him lost on Amonkhet.
yeah. Super cute.
We have a Johnny pixelated Extra Life 2024 sleeves.
Looking cute. And
And-
chibi.
Yes. And we have a Johnny kind of pixel art avatar as well as sleeves.
I mean, this one's badass as hell.
Which one? This one?
Oh,
No,
one.
this guy. Yeah.
Obviously, the other two are very cute.
Yes.
So I will defer to you and what it is you would like.
Well,
I mean, I assumed you would like the badass one more because you can really see a Johnny and he looks like a Johnny instead of looking all Phyrexian or shitty or whatever.
Yeah.
So I assume you want this one and I am more than okay with that.
well, I guess I'll say there's no rule against getting all 3.
Well,
I'm just asking you which ones you want. Which ones do you like? There are none of them that you don't like.
correct. I will say that the Fibblethip one is cool because you can really see Amonkhet, but you can barely see Fibblethip. So,
It's very tiny.
you know, eh.
Okay. All right. So you're okay with not doing that one, but you want to do
Yeah.
both of these?
Yeah, I think that'd be awesome.
Look, he's dressed as Nicol Bolas.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
He's got the wings and the horns and the gem of becoming and the fireball. All right. So we'll do both.
Awesome.
We'll
Okay.
do all a Johnny all the time.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll buy this one.
Until Nissa shows up.
That's
then
right.
it's all Nissa all the time.
I'm okay with that for sure. What do we... None of these are our default. We'll just collect them and...
Yeah, we'll choose each time, I figure.
Okay. And then these sleeves.
Yeah.
Perfect.
It's so cute.
Yeah. All right. Well, anyway, like I said, we're going to be doing some Duskmourn House of Horror Limited, and we will be... They have a weird one. Well, first of all, they have Alchemy, which I'm never interested in. But they also have Duskmourn House of Horror Quick Draft with Omniscience Emblem.
Ooh.
Which is like that's a weird gimmick, but I guess. The Omniscience Emblem, for those who are unfamiliar, you may cast spells from your hand without paying their mana costs. And then for 0 mana, once per turn, you can add Wooburg to your mana pool to use it to activate activated abilities of cards and things like that.
Okay, so it's not that new and different. We used to do this when it was, what's his name? I can't remember.
Momir. Yeah.
I was like, it's not Mordor.
No. Although Lord of the Rings is in Magic now.
Yes,
but,
that
and
is
vice
true,
versa.
but wrong reference there.
Yeah. So the thing is, I've done many of these even just on my own because they do them sometimes in midweek Magic stuff. The trick to Omniscience drafts is you draft very differently than you would normally because you can cast any spell in your hand at any time for free.
Right.
And I shouldn't say at any time. You can cast them at their appropriate speed. So you can cast instants on your opponent's turn for free, but not sorceries, of course, because sorcery speed would be only on your turn. But what you want to do is you prioritize at that point card draw spells, especially card draw spells that do a thing. So like Glimmer Burst, for example, is 3 and a blue, draw 2 and make a 1/1 Glimmer. So now you've put board presence on the board, but you're also drawing 2 more cards, and you can cast any of those cards completely for free. It doesn't matter what colors of cards you put in your deck, because it's Omniscience, you can cast them for free. So you don't have any lands in your deck, so you're playing 40 non-land cards as your draft deck. So it's kind of interesting. I guess we can do one to like try it out and see if I can, like, it's a quick draft, so hopefully we'll get the stuff that we want, because like if it was a regular draft and everyone knew that that's how you would draft, we'd be fighting over all the card draw spells, as opposed to like, oh, there's this busted mythic, the like AI is going to pick that first and then pass the rest of the pack. Meanwhile, we're looking at Glimmer Burst, for example, and being like, oh, this is an A tier card, right. No question. And then we'll get those mythics and stuff later on, you know, as they wheel, because, you know, I believe the AI bots will probably still draft like, oh, well, we're making a 2-color deck, and so like we're going to see some colors like more represented than others. The other thing that we have to be aware of is if we're picking room cards. Room cards we can cast for free one side only. Because God bless you. God bless you.
Sorry.
You're fine. Because then once the room card is on the battlefield, that card has been cast already. So the Omniscience emblem doesn't work on it when it's on the battlefield. Now, most, if not all, of the rooms are such that one door is massively expensive and the other door is nice and cheap. So what we could do is use the Wooburg that we get once per turn to activate the lesser costed door whenever we would like, as long as we cast the higher costed door as our free cast. Because, for example, if it's a door that has like a 7 mana cost, we will literally never be able to open it because we can only add Wooburg.
Yeah.
Or if it's a door with a double casting cost, we will never be able to open it because we can only add Wooburg. And I say never. There are certain cards that you could, like a creature that you could get that could tap to add mana or something. So like there are ways around it. You can get like artifacts that tap for mana too. So I shouldn't say never, but I'm not going to be prioritizing those cards highly because we get 5 mana for free every turn, 1 of each color. And I say every turn, that includes your opponent's turns. So if you wanted to activate an activated ability of one of your creatures or something, you can do that on your turn and on your opponent's turn if it costs mana, and you get 5 mana each time to do that. So I'll give it a try. Why not? By the way, folks, if you're enjoying the things that we're doing here on this channel, and whether you're new or not, I suppose, please don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell so that you will get notifications whenever any of our videos come out, and or whenever we go live, like tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, right here on every Monday here on Geek for All, as well as our other channels, links down below. I know I literally said that we're not immediately going to pick the mythics, or at least that the AI is going to pick the mythics and not pass them to us, but this card's insane. It's a 3/4 double strike. It has Convoke. The Convoke line is irrelevant here, but the Flash line, fully relevant, because we can cast spells for free at any time that they can be cast. So with this having Flash, we can cast this whenever we want. On our opponent's turn to block for free. Like, you know, so the idea of like looking at your opponent's board and being like, oh, they're tapped out, so I'm safe, ain't a thing. Right. There is no mana for them to be tapped out or not tapped out. The other thing is Doomsday Excruciator. Normally would be a card where you'd be like, well, I can't cast this. Right. It's 6 black pips. This is draft. You absolutely can play this card. And it says if it was cast, which we would be doing, we would be casting Doomsday Excruciator.
Are you changing your mind?
No. Oh. I'm taking the mythic. I'm just saying like for this would be a viable pickup in an omniscience draft.
Versus a normal draft where it would be a bit scary to even try to attempt it.
Yes, because like pack 1, pick 1, this would suck. If for whatever reason you open this in pack 3 and you're like very heavy black and like splashing a second color, go for it. But picking this card that early and then being like, well, I hope I'm in mono black, like not going to happen for you. So the Wandering Rescuer is absolutely what we're taking. It's a 5-mana 3. Because the other thing is, like, typically we would look at these cards. Now, they're land cyclers. But, like, something like this, which is 6 mana, even if it wasn't all black pips, it's free. So it's irrelevant what its casting cost is. Like, that, like, oh, it's 6 versus 2. Doesn't matter. Like, normally in this set, you're like, well, we need some low drops because it's a fast format. Doesn't matter. We can flash this in at the end of... If our opponent goes first, we can flash this in at the end of their turn. And have this on the board at the start of our first turn of the game. So
Sure. Sounds great.
Yeah, so...
Let's do that.
I mean, if it's in our opening hand, you better believe I will. Removal, also super important. It's free. So, like, this at instant speed, pretty damn good. Notably, Manifest Dread, awful in Omniscience. Awful. Because you have to pay that cost to flip it up. So this card, I'm not picking it. Absolutely not. So I talked about Glassworks and Shattered Yard. Shattered, technically you could cast either side with the Wooburg that we would get every turn, but you would want to cast Shattered Yard with for free to get this card onto the battlefield, and then cast Glassworks later. But sometimes you just want to deal 4 damage to a creature immediately, and so you would do that and later pay the 5 mana for Shattered Yard at some other point. Tunnel of Hate, another one, for free. Any creature that attacks gains double strike until end of turn. Every turn. Well, one creature that attacks gets double strike until end of turn. Every turn. I'm probably just going to take this. So, at instant speed, for free, we can either bring a creature back from our graveyard to the battlefield or destroy target creature.
Wow.
Great card. This is something that I will definitely be looking for. A free one of your creatures gets double strike every turn card is very good. And then I probably would just never cast Ticket Booth to Manifest Dread. But if we just look at this card as if it is just Tunnel of Hate and not Ticket Booth, it's still good enough to pick because it is a free card that lets us have one creature gain double strike every turn when we attack, which is very good. Okay. Still want some card draw.
Can I read a little bit
Oh,
of chat
please.
Here? Okay, so Corey is here saying howdy howdy. Happy Magic Monday, Joe, Amy, and all.
What is up, Corey? Great to see you.
Cool art, Children's Miracle Network support, can't lose.
So for folks who were not here at that moment, we just picked up some of the Extra Life, what are they called? Accessories, I guess, in MTG Arena. So the Ajani Avatar and sleeves, as well as the Extra Life 2024 sleeves. And yes, it supports a great cause in addition to being really awesome. So why would we not do it? So that's great.
C. Holland says, hey with a wave.
What is up, C. Holland? Happy Magic Monday to you as well.
I mean, I didn't actually figure that us purchasing that, like, that money actually went to Extra Life. Like, I just imagined that Wizards, like, donated X amount or would have, or, like, it represents something or whatever.
They said that it did.
Okay. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. Erica says, hi, everyone.
What is up, Erica? How is everyone doing? Whenever could you control attacks alone? +1/+1 Death Touch. Whenever you unlock this door, draw 2, lose 2. I mean, that's pretty good. There's also Scorching Dragonfire, which is also very good. I may just take this, because drawing cards is very important, and we have not seen a lot of card draw yet, which is unfortunate. There it is. Glimmerburst.
Nice.
I don't know why, it took me a long time to scan for it. This card is perfect. You basically just, again, it's still for free. It's at instant speed, so it can be on our opponent's turn. We just draw 2 cards, make a Glimmer, absolutely incredible.
Yeah, so for Erica at least, and maybe C. Holland if you came a little bit later, he was talking about this format of draft that we're playing and how it's basically Momir, if you remember that, where things, it doesn't matter what they cost, you can just play them.
Yes, it's
so he was describing how differently you would draft in this scenario.
Yeah, you prioritize card draw spells. It's Omniscience Draft for folks who are familiar with what Arena calls it these days. But yes, Momir is what they used to call it, and we used to do videos of that for a while, which was cool. But yeah, card draw spells are our choice. They're absolutely incredible. Obviously, removal still incredibly important because they're going to be casting, they could cast a Valgavoth on turn 1. It's a 9-mana card, and you would want to be able to have a unwanted remake in your hand. And actually, this card's incredible in this, because you destroy target creature and its controller manifests dread. So you just take a great card off the top of their library and put it face down on the field where, unless it's a low-costed creature, they can't touch it. So that's pretty good. I still really want Glimmerburst, but it's a common. I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
It feels very good to be able to destroy their best creature and ruin the top card of their library as well.
Yeah, I was going to say, I feel like those are going to go real fast, whereas those will be around still. Maybe.
Well, yes and no. I mean, don't forget, we're drafting against bots. But it's an uncommon, so it would typically go sooner, and it's removal. But yes, hopefully we will see more of these over time. I do not disagree with you.
Okay. Erica says, at the risk of harshing the vibe, I'm not doing well at all.
Let us know what's going on.
But you just had the amazing thing happen where you were able to, clean the whole house and in a deep clean format.
That's true.
Which is like a hard thing to do in a place that you live.
Also true.
If you're moving out, that's one thing, but...
This card is fine. It's not amazing. We can play it and return a creature from our graveyard to the battlefield with a finality counter on it. But this card is great because it has flashback, but its flashback cost is not only 6, which is one more than Wooburg, 5, but it also needs double white. So.
Adam Curry is here saying, I got absolutely clapped in this Omniscience draft, LOL.
Yeah, sometimes that happens, right? Where you're just like, I'm going to play this draft, and like your opponent's just like, turn 1, just combos off, they draw their entire deck, they kill you, and there's nothing you can do about it. I've 100% been in those situations where you're like, well, I guess I concede, but yeah. So that sucks. Is that what happened, Adam? Is that like you drew like a million cards, or they drew like a million cards, and like you just had no chance of answering back? Because I know when I was learning the format, that's what happened to me, where like, I was like, oh, I got all these great cards. They're all high costed, like big creatures and stuff. And my opponent's like, I'll draw this many cards. I'll counter your spell, which lets me draw more cards. Like, it was just like, I just got so run over. I felt like I'd actually been run over. Like, I was just like so in shock. Like, what just happened? Speaking of which, in this...
Adam, if I recall, you're new to these streams, so please leave your pronouns in chat for me. I always ask every new person to do that, please. And if I'm forgetting a time that you were here previously, then I apologize and let me know.
All right, so this is a removal spell, but I actually don't really love this. I think I'm just going to go with Bedhead Beastie. I don't love these choices right now.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think I'm just going to go with a 5/6 Menace for free and hope that that's good enough. This has an Eerie ability. We do have 1 enchantment currently, although it would activate twice because we would get it back. But there's also... Oh, this one is 100% what we take. So, Drown Diner for free, draw 3, discard 1, and then we can later activate Meat Locker for 3 to tap one of their things down. It's an enchantment. This is absolutely incredible. What a great card. Yes, please.
Corey says, every Omniscience draft I watched today pretty much had 5 derelict addicts.
Yeah, a derelict addict.
Oh, okay. Another red room, Glimmerburst, the crab that mills when you play enchantment, counter spells, and 1 on turn 1. Ha ha.
Yeah. That's how the format goes. Absolutely.
That's insane.
That's what I'm saying. That's why, like, I've absolutely been in Adam's situation where it's just like, well, I just immediately lose. So I get it. I totally get it. Discard a card to draw 2 cards. And if it wasn't a land, they take 2. Yeah, I'll take it. Why not? Because it was either that or this, but then it has to hit them. And so if it doesn't, then it's not pulling its weight. So I'll take this.
Erica says, my whole body feels like it was run over by a truck. And if I get called a man or son or dude one more time, I'm going to explode.
Damn.
I'm sorry, Erica.
That sucks.
That's, first of all, son? That's like a whole nother level of fucked up.
True.
Because nobody should be calling anybody that unless it's their actual son. But, yeah, obviously,
this, I guess,
being misgendered is fucked up.
Very. Very, very. I mean, I guess I'll take the Snatcher. 6/5 ward, discard a card. Seems pretty good, because even if they have removal, if they're trying to play out all their cards, they're going to have to discard one of them to even target this thing. So that's pretty good.
So is this you encountering people who are trying to fix your furnace? Where did this come from?
When this enters, each player discards a card, so that includes ourselves. If you discarded a card this way, draw a card. So we get to draw a card out of it and they have to discard a card. Sure, I'll try it over a second Bedhead Beastie. I'm sure we'll get plenty more of them. I mean, we have the Megalodon. What does this do? For 2 mana, we can put a card from a graveyard on the bottom of its owner's library, only as a sorcery. It's a 4/4 flyer for 6. Apparently, we're going to see more of them, so I'll take the Daggermaw Megalodon first. I mean, of all of these... It says sack a land, draw a card. We're not going to have lands, so... Winter's Intervention. Final Vengeance. And Horrid Vigor. You know what? I don't hate it. Death Touch or an end indestructible to one of our creatures for free at instant speed.
Cool.
Not bad.
All right.
We open...
Nice last pick.
Yeah, right? We open a rare in Fear of Missing Out. When it enters, discard a card, then draw a card. And if we have Delirium, when it attacks for the first time each turn, untap target creature, and there's an additional combat phase. But there's also this...
Corey says crazy format. Omniscience is being reprinted in Foundations, I believe.
Oh, that would make sense.
Erica says, so I was hoping I could appeal to you for a game of Brawl to lift my spirits.
Of course, Erica. I absolutely would love that. Okay, so we're not going to be able to... Oh, but then we would Manifest Dread, so that's fine. We can play Stay Hidden, Stay Silent, and just never use its activated ability, even if we had a card that would tap for mana to allow us to do it. I don't want to Manifest Dread, and I don't need to give them back their best creature into their library as they're presumably drawing a bunch of cards and stuff, so we'll do that. Confirmed.
Adam says, yeah, lost the die roll 3 times in a row, but I didn't prioritize card draw. Was dead on turn 2 or 3.
Yeah, that really sucks.
And his pronouns are he, him.
Awesome.
Marcus says, sup fam, nice to see you, Marcus.
Yeah, happy Magic Monday, Marcus.
And Corey says howdy to Marcus.
Yeah. Fear of Imposters, incredible card. We were talking about counterspells. This is a counterspell with a creature on it for free. And so, like I said, things that like do more than one thing and it's beneficial, like coming out at instant speed like that or with flash. So this, when it enters counter target spell, its controller manifests Dread. So we just outright counter whatever they try to play. And they then again lose the top card of their library face down, which unless it is a low-costed creature, they will never be able to flip it face up ever. So that's really important. Like making them manifest Dread is usually supposed to be a drawback on your cards. I feel like it's now a benefit to them.
That's awesome.
Within this format. So
it's really interesting how it really flips things around.
A lot. I would otherwise take Monstrous Emergence. Absolutely incredible card.
And hopefully the fact that you can see how much it flips things around will benefit us in gameplay and make it a little harder for other people to beat us.
Fingers crossed. I agree wholeheartedly. All right, so here are multiple rooms. The Weight Room says Manifest Dread, then put 3 counters on it. No, thank you. It's basically a vanilla 5/5. I don't need that. We have better things to do. This one makes a Glimmer or put a +1/+1 counter on each of up to 2 target creatures. It's fine. It's not amazing. I don't need to add double red to cast rooms or unlock doors. And whenever you unlock this door, create an XX blue spirit creature token with flying, where X is the number of unlocked doors among rooms you control. That's not bad, but we're not really there yet. Of course, there is another Derelict Attic / Widow's Walk. So we can take that, or we could take Fear of Abduction, a free 5/5 flyer. We exile a creature we control and a creature they control. And then if and when this leaves the battlefield, the exiled cards go back to their owner's hands. But it's a 5/5 flyer, so I'm definitely going to take this thing.
Cool.
If I see this come back around, I want it. It's just, this is very good as well. So,
Marcus says, working on the vault. I redesigned the wall tiles over the weekend, and it took until today to finish changing everything currently built.
wow, good for you.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Some dedication, Marcus.
For sure. There is Impossible Inferno. So now typically this card's not great because it's 5 mana at instant speed. And if we have Delirium, we can exile the top card of our library and we may play it until the end of our next turn for free. This does 6 damage to a creature at instant speed for free. So probably going to take this.
Yeah.
Ghostly Keybearer is relevant though. 4 mana 3/3 flyer. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, we can unlock a locked door of up to 1 target room we control. But as we've said, we're going to be prioritizing casting the higher costed side and then later activating the lower costed side. And we shouldn't need that mana for much else. So this is just like a creature that if it doesn't get in, it's kind of useless. Like it's like not an amazing blocker. So I'm going to go ahead and take Impossible Inferno instead. There's the Skull Crab that we were discussing. We can, that Adam brought up, right? Or no, Corey did. Yeah, every time we play an enchantment and or fully unlock a room, they mill 2 cards. And, you know, you could think like, oh, well, we're playing every card that we open, which is correct, but that's not that many, more than 40, because you're not adding land. And if you are adding land, then to prevent yourself from getting milled out, then you're lowering the probability of drawing things that you need because you're drawing useless lands. Notably, Rickety Gazebo, mill 4, return up to 2 permanents from among them to your hand, or Greenhouse, which does nothing because it affects your lands that you won't have. There is Counterspell or Manifest Dread, and there's another Impossible Inferno. But yeah, I'll take the Skull Crab. Not much here. Don't love the Faithful.
I will say, Erica, I talked about you getting misgendered, but I didn't mention your physical pain that you were experiencing at all.
Yes.
And so I'm also sorry for that.
Yeah.
Because that sucks. A lot.
Yeah. That's something that we can obviously more relate to, is being in a lot of pain all the time.
Well, and that's why we mentioned the chiropractor to you last week, because it has saved us on more than one occasion.
That's right. I really don't know what to pick here. Is it another Horrid Vigor? Like, Death Touch and Indestructible just means that their thing dies, our thing doesn't. And if they've got big things and we, like, don't, or we've made, like, a Glimmer with this Glimmer Light or something, I'm going to give it a try. I don't love it, but it's fine. Miasma Demon. It's not a bad one. Attack in the Box is not it. Counter target spell unless they pay 2 is not it. Because they could easily pay 2 if they've not done anything with their mana yet, which is likely. But I'll take Miasma Demon. At worst, it's a 5/4 flyer, even if we don't use its ability at all. Grab the Prize, not bad, but not better than this this flyer. So I'll take it. What is this one again? Return a creature from... I didn't like this one. Return a creature from your graveyard to your hand for 1 mana. Or whenever one or more cards leaves your graveyard, you make a 2/2 horror. It triggers only once each turn. It's not going to be very helpful for us, I imagine. This, when it enters, tap one of their things and put a stun counter on it, or a counter spell, or a 6/5 ward, discard a card. It may just be counter spell. Yeah, I'll try counter spell. Why not?
Marcus says, we lowered the light level. Everything looks so much better and refunds us several stacks of sea lanterns.
Very nice. Okay.
Very nice, yes.
I don't love any of these. Is it the Clammy Prowler or the Cackling Slasher?
Corey says, forgot to ask how the weather is treating you. No gloves this week, I see.
That's right. Actually, the only reason we were wearing the gloves and everything was because we hadn't turned our heat on yet. We were one, procrastinating cleaning the baseboards, and we didn't want, whatever dust might have settled throughout the course of the seasons.
So much dust.
To burn off and cause a problem and or just be a really gross smell. So we were procrastinating doing that, in addition to the fact that, it saves us a little bit of electricity money. Right. So, but yeah, we have turned the heat on since, and it is quite comfortable in here right now.
Yeah, it's a little warm, actually.
That too.
Something about, so I know heat rises, but something about the bottom floor of this house, you set the heat to, say, 72, and you come down here and it's 75. But upstairs is actually the temperature you want it to be, but it's two different zones. So, I don't know. I just turned off the heat before we started this stream. We'll probably be cold by the end of it, but whatever.
I mean, hey, Surveil 2, draw a card, not the worst thing in the world. Plus, it's a playable. I'll take it. Living Phone, like, we need to have a creature with power 2 or less. Like, we're trying to pick the biggest creatures we can see, so probably not going to happen. Getting this back for double black, not really a thing. I already took one Cracked Skull. I don't hate it. Obviously, your opponent is probably going to try to empty their hand. That's the point of this format. But even if that is the case, you can still play this on one of their creatures, and then if that creature takes any damage, it's destroyed. So, if we have a Glimmer from the Glimmerlight or something, like, we could stop their big, scary creature from maybe wanting to attack because it'll die because of its Cracked Skull. And the last pick, Appendage Amalgam. It has Flash. That's nice. And whenever it attacks, we Surveil one. Probably not going to be doing that, but that's fine. Now, the Mind Skinner, on the other hand,
Ooh.
That is pretty disgusting. Wow, look at this pack. The Mind Skinner, Unstoppable Slasher, Fear of Abduction, and Scrabbling Skullcrab.
Oh.
That's gross.
Yeah, this is a good pack.
That's really nice. I'm sure none of these three come back, but I think I have to take the Mind Skinner, right? So again, the tough thing about the Mind Skinner typically is that it costs 3 blue mana. So if you're in draft and you're 2 colors, you're not going to get your 3rd blue until, like, what, turn 5, if you're lucky. Maybe turn 4, but, and at that point, any source that hits them, prevent that damage, and they mill that many cards. This is also an enchantment, so combined with the Scrabbling Skullcrab, you just play it, mill them for 3, 2. And then anytime they get hit, they mill that many cards as well. So, yes,
cool.
Mind Skinner it is. Thank you for asking.
Erica says, just let me know when you want to brawl.
I definitely will, Erica. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And thank you for hanging in there. We appreciate it. I don't want to search for a room. I think I'm just going to take this room of draw 3, discard 1. There is, of course, the Derelict Attic. We took a second one. Is that correct before? Or no? Yes, we did. We took a second one earlier. So maybe this comes back around and we can get a third. But right now we're going to take a second Meat Locker Drowned Diner because it is very good. It's, again, more card draw, which is very important. There's another Smoky Lounge, Misty Salon. How many rooms do we have right now? enchantment rooms are 4 only. It's not a lot. There is this, destroy target non-land permanent. It's irrelevant if it costs less to cast because we're casting it for free. And it's at instant speed, which is wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. So I'll do that. Confirmed. There's another Derelict Attic. Widow's Walk. That's good. Flood Pit's Drowner, you're good, but not in this format, right? I mean, it's still like flash, tap something down for free. And then later on, you can shuffle this and one of their creatures with a stun counter on it into their library. But probably not going to do that. But I will take the Derelict Attic and draw some cards. Why not?
Corey says it's 65 here in Texas, and I have my space heater going. Haha. If it's not 75, I'm freezing.
Wow.
Well, yeah, because you're in Texas.
That's true, yeah.
That's, up here, we're lucky if it's 75 ever.
Yeah.
And 75 is hot.
75 is very hot. We're comfortable. Typically, no matter what the season, we're comfortable at 72.
Right.
Ish. Give or take. I run pretty warm, so, I'd be comfortable sometimes at like 68, but...
And for me, I run warm if my hormones decide to be a bitch that day.
This one's actually kind of tough. So, like, this card's not bad. The Saw card, Trial of Agony. Choose 2 creatures that they control. They choose one of them to take 5 damage, and then the other one can't block. So that's pretty good.
Okay.
There's also the Fungus, which, worst comes to worst, we pay 2 mana, sack it, and draw a card. The land part is irrelevant, but we still draw a card. Or, if they have an annoying enchantment or artifact, we can destroy it with this. And that's kind of our only way that we can do that right now. Or there's Seized from Slumber, which destroys a creature at instant speed, obviously for free.
Right.
So, this is actually kind of tough. I won't lie.
Slumber?
Yeah, I mean, they'll likely have more creatures than enchantments. It's just that we've talked about the fact that, like, rooms are really good. So, having the Insidious Fungus, it's just that the Fungus, you've got to play it, and then technically you need the 2 mana, but again, what else are we using our mana for? It's kind of a toss-up. It's tough. We have 8 instants and 2 sorceries.
I'm going to take the Fungus.
Okay.
You convinced me.
Thanks. What do you do? Manifest Dread or Surveil 2? No, thank you. That's a bad room. What do you do? 2/2 lifelink. If you have Delirium, each opponent sacks a non-land permanent or discards a card. May sack an online permanent or discard a card, and then this deals damage equal to its power to each opponent who didn't sack a permanent or discard a card this way. This is good for the long game. These games are not going to be long games. So even though it might make them make tough choices in things to sacrifice or discard, even if they take 2 and we gain 2, and it's a 4-point life swing, it's, like I said, it's probably not going to go that way. I guess I'll take one of these and tap something down.
Marcus says, I feel the same, and I'm in DC. 75 plus or cold. Wow. 75, I am, like, uncomfortably hot.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. Sorry. I agree that 75 is way too hot for us. But, us, baby New Yorkers up here.
85 comes, and I'm, like, sweating from pores that I feel like I didn't know I had. And then we have an issue.
Mm-hmm. I sweat normally. I mean, you can go back and watch some of our streams from summer, and I'm sweating my ass off. That's just how it goes. All right, so we don't care about Manifest Dread, Friendly Ghost, don't make a sound, Withering Torment, destroy target creature or enchantment, you lose 2 life. Yes, please.
Corey says it's also crazy that this draft is ranked.
Yeah, very interesting. That's fun.
I didn't realize that.
Neither did I. We have a Scrabbling Skullcrab. Was this our opening pack? It was. So we got the Mind Skinner and the Skull Crab out of the same
Wow.
pack that the Skull Crab
Well,
wheeled.
it was an incredible pack. I almost said incredible and crazy at the same time.
Yeah, that's right. Here's another Derelict Attic. We did it.
Nice.
Okay, what do we have? 4 of those now? We do have 4 of those now. I don't think this is worth it.
Scolipede.
I mean, probably. Like, do we just take their best thing because it's free?
I mean, that sounds good to me.
Yeah, but it makes it useless, right? It becomes -3, -0, and loses all abilities. It's just,
I was like, yes, we take their best thing because it's free.
Yeah, but how many? We have 14 enchantments. That's an interesting way to try to quickly close down the game. So sure, why not? We'll take the leech. You're welcome. Yes, it's Scolipede. We have a flying vigilant creature here that gets bigger because this card's actually just kind of bad in this format. We'll take Given to Violence. Sure, +2/+2 and lifelink on something for free is not bad. And then the land actually goes to the sideboard. We had 1 sideboard card in the whole draft.
Wow.
But otherwise, we have 41 cards in our deck. See, that's what I'm talking about. So if you literally play every card you open, you only have 42. Unless you put in basics. And I'm not playing this land. There's no reason. And so I'm only playing 41 cards. Although, Amy, does that mean that if we're not playing this, that it's our deck box art?
Yes. That's exactly what I was going to say.
Okay, great.
That the 1 sideboard card is our deck box art.
You got it.
Because, I mean, you can do all 5 colors in this format.
Yes.
So it's not like we can do what we normally do and pick a card that was a different color than what we drafted.
That's right. All right, so what sleeves do we want? I didn't realize that we picked these up, but here we go. We have these.
Who are these fine people?
I don't remember. I know there's someone, but I don't remember. We've got the pixelated Ajani or the extra life Ajani.
Yes.
Which one do you want?
Well, they're both pixelated. Extra Life Ajani first.
You got it.
Yeah.
Still Nissa?
Yeah.
All right, perfect.
Yeah, when we switch to the other ones, we'll switch both.
Okay. I'll let you read while I try to navigate this draft.
Okay. Corey, I read that already. Mm-hmm. Erica says, Marcus says, I'm okay with 70. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, that's a little cold for me.
Not for me. I get you, Marcus. See, look at this. Drowned Diner in our hand with Cracked Skull as well. We absolutely keep this hand. We only start with 3 cards. So the fact that we get to draw 3 more and discard 1 is perfect. They flashed this 3/2 in and entered the Enigma so they can draw another card. Smart. We didn't see any of those, to my recollection. Otherwise, I would have taken some because they're pretty good. Rickety Gazebo, mill 4, return up to 2 permanents from among them to your hand. Okay? It's another way to fill their hand up. That's an interesting way of looking at that. I didn't really look at it that way. They have a Walk-in Closet, Forgotten Cellar, Mythic, and a Tunnel of Hate ticket booth. We didn't see any of those either. We saw the one early on, and we were like, well, if we see another one, and then we never did. And they brought both... Nope, they brought the 6/5 back, as well as the Double Strike thing, and they're going to play both. Here's the Tunnel of Hate. So now any attacking creature... One attacking creature on their turn gets Double Strike until end of turn, and they can play the 6/5 as well. Right? 6/5? All right, yeah. Ward, discard a card. Very good. I actually can't put the Cracked Skull on it unless I discard a card, but I guess if I draw cards first, then who knows? They open the ticket booth and Manifest Dread. I feel like that's bad, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'll be proven wrong. That Manifest Dread is better than I think in this format. I just feel like it's not. I feel like you don't get access to anything that you want. This goes into their graveyard, so maybe they have recursion type things, but... Like, they only have 2 mana left, so they're not flipping it this turn. So.
Erica says 66 and a light jacket is ideal for me.
Okay. I like that.
All right. I mean, when I was talking about that, I was, like, basically saying, like, interior temperature without, like, particularly warm clothing. That's where I was going with it. But, okay, 66 outside with a light jacket on is great.
Okay, so they flipped it on our turn. It's a 5-4. We drew another cracked skull.
Stop cracking skulls.
I refuse. And then we will, I guess, Withering Torment on the 6-5? Or do we cracked skull on both? We have to ward discard a card. And yeah, we're going to cracked skull and discard the Fanatic, actually. So let's try this. Yes. Targeting it. Resolves. They may play it. It may be an instant speed card. And then, again, it's still beneficial to have the cracked skull on it, because it just dies if it takes damage. We'll submit discarding that. So we cracked skull there. I will hopefully get to get rid of their card. I do. It's the Mythic, of course. I forgot about that. You may cast spells from your graveyard this turn, and if a card would be put in your graveyard from anywhere this turn, exile it instead. Obviously, we know they can't cast it now, so that goes away for free. That's fun. Withering Torment, we lose 2 life to do this. But that's fine. Totally worth it. Okay. And then I guess we just activate this on the 3/2. 2 stun counters on it. Keeping up Cracked Skull for our next turn, as well as Appendage Amalgam with Flash, so that if and when they attack with that 6/5, we just flash in the Appendage Amalgam and block. And kill it.
Corey says, Google search says 92 is average temp this year in my region.
Wow.
Awful. No.
Alright, so they attack with the 6/5 again. Oh, shit, it gains double strike. Shit, I forgot about that. No. But I can't mill 12. So I'm going to flush this in. And I'm going to block. Okay. That's unfortunate. Yeah, that Tunnel of Hate is a problem. Erratic Apparition is not it. Okay. That sucks. I think we're done here, y'all.
Uh-oh.
It's been fun. Yeah, that's game. Can't be blocked. Can block the 6/5. They're going to give the 10-1 double strike, so we mill 20. Wow. Take nothing, mill 10. Take nothing, mill 10 more. We have 13 cards left in our library.
Oof.
Yeah, we can like put a cracked skull on it, but it's irrelevant. Kind of want to draw because we need we need the cards, even though it mills us out further. But we've got to try. Draw 2, lose 2. Okay, we could draw 2, lose 2 again. Go to 8 cards left in our library. Why not?
Bombaclet 710 says, first time here, how's it going? Haven't drafted DM yet. Restarted with Bloomborough after 8 years of not playing MTG.
Welcome back.
What are some draft tips for this set?
Interesting. So unfortunately, you've found us at a time where we are playing a bit of a weird one. Oh shit! It worked. We're not dead. Sorry. Yeah, we're playing a bit of a weird one here. So this is a little bit different than Duskmourn. Regular Duskmourn draft, because we have these omniscience emblems which allow us to cast spells for free. So I've been talking about some tips for how to play this format better in that regard. I guess
Which is very different from how you would normally draft this set.
Correct.
Well,
correct. This one and this one. Why not? They flip it up. It's an 0-3, so it becomes an 0-1. Okay, yeah, congrats. But we still get rid of the 10-1, which is very important. And then we might as well activate one of these. Why not? So yeah, it is a little bit different, so I apologize. Regular Duskmourn draft, though, I mean, there are a lot of different archetypes that you can choose from, and I like them. I mean, Enchantments are very strong, and don't sleep on the room cards. Room cards are very helpful. All right, so we mill 2 more down to 6 cards in our library. The room cards are very strong in that, like once they're on the battlefield, any eerie abilities, like you're seeing the Scrabbling Skull Crab activating eerie abilities. The eerie cards are very strong as well. And playing a room card activates eerie as... Oh, Jesus Christ. They top-decked the thing to get the... Okay, sure, fine. Playing the room activates eerie, and then unlocking the second door of the room also activates eerie, which is very, very nice. As an additional cost to discard a card. Okay, well, that's unfortunate, and I'm pretty sure we're just going to lose here. Oh yeah, we're definitely dead. Okay, good. Moving on. Concede.
Corey says, yeah, I randomly have that sleeve with the random couple too. Don't know where it came from. Oh, yes, okay. Bombaclet, please let me know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, first of all.
It's Bombaclat.
What is it?
Bombaclat?
Bombaclat.
That's right.
I have no idea what that is. That's okay.
If you want to explain it to her, please feel free.
Oh, okay. You're giving that permission?
I mean, yes, I am.
So it's not a video game reference?
No.
Okay. Then we're good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Bombaclet? Is that it?
Bombaclat. I just
Bombaclat.
told you.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. You're fine.
You know, I'm learning it. Please leave your pronouns for me in chat since you're new.
Yes.
I always ask.
And thank you for being here if I didn't say that.
Yes.
Welcome. And like I said, welcome back to Magic, but welcome to this as well. Dan's the Man 2004 is what we're playing right now. Awesome. Fine.
Marcus is laughing at me, so I imagine I'm funny.
You're fine. Everything's fine.
Corey says there were a couple enigmas available. I think crab and a room was a better choice.
Oh, yeah, for sure. That makes perfect sense. All right, so they mulliganed down to 2 cards. Maybe I should have mulliganed as well, but I didn't. But notably, this is an enchantment, so maybe. We'll see. They have a counterspell? No, they don't. They're just flashing in this entity tracker. Sure, that's fine. Oh, they have 1 card left, huh? Each player discards a card. If you discarded a card this way, draw a card. So actually, I'm going to play this and mill them for 2. Or at least attempt to. It worked. They added land to their deck.
Oh, no.
That's bad for them, but good for us. And now they have to discard their last card, which was a Cult Healer, which I guess they didn't... No, I actually don't know why they didn't play it. Interesting. Yeah, they have a land.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's awkward. I will surveil 1 and keep that right where it is. That is card draw, baby. Absolutely. You're at 20. Why would you block with a card that lets you draw cards? Okay. Creeping Peeper off the top. All right, well, let's try to go off. I feel bad, sort of, but also not really.
I guess they have some cards in their deck that can benefit from a land existing.
Maybe.
But then why did you put those in your deck? But you don't have a lot of choice in this draft because you end up drafting exactly the number of cards that you need. So
yeah, it's possible they don't know as well, right? If it's literally their first time playing the format, maybe they're not aware.
I mean, but they only have 1 out and they see that we have none, so...
Yeah. All right, here's Derelict Attic to draw more cards. 2 Eerie activations. They have no cards left in hand, so I'm not going to do that right now. But I will do this. Play a 5/7. Go to... Unlock this. 2 more Eerie triggers. Eerie target them. Eerie target them. Mill 2 more cards. And combat. Swing for 2. Okay.
Corey says, the only thing I can think is the sleeve came from the rotation renewal rewards.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Sure.
I'll draw 2, lose 2. They try to don't make a sound. Countered unless I pay 2. I'll pay the 2. It resolves. Auto pay the 2. So that I can draw more cards. But they get to surveil 2. Maybe that's why they did it. But, okay. We draw 2, lose 2. More eerie triggers happen.
Corey says cut to them winning somehow.
It's definitely possible. You are totally right. Okay, they have no cards in hand. I'm going to drop this 6/5. That's an instant, so I will hold off on that, and I will just swing in with everybody. They're at 4. Pass. Fear of Surveillance. Dies to Winter's Intervention. All right. Dies, we gain 2 life up to 18. Take our turn. Twist Reality for a counterspell. Might as well activate this, but no creatures are attacking alone, but there's an Eerie activation. Twice. Yeah, they put lands in their deck. Like I said, they probably just don't know the format, and that's totally understandable. In no way would I ever make fun of somebody like that. I've been that person. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, that sucks. Thank you, Dan's the Man 2004.
That's right. And also, like I said, I'm sorry, Dan's the Man
2004.
Yeah, like I said, I assume that that's what was going on there. And if that's the case, hopefully, because if that was their first loss, hopefully it means that they get a chance to go in, fix up their deck. I mean, and just put all the cards in. Maybe they still didn't draft optimally, and so they're not going to have amazing stuff. But at least they won't have lands, which really mucks it up a lot. Fungus, Fanatic, and Unwanted Remake, huh? Fanatic is helpful, I guess.
Can you say it again?
Oh, Bumbleclot.
Yes. I'm a he/dude. I have a mono blue enchantment mill with Skimmer and the crabs. I also have an aggro mono white enchantment deck I've made. If you get a good hand, turn 3 through 5 average win.
Nice.
I like Eerie.
Okay, yeah, for sure. Eerie is a very good ability. I like I said, I like it a lot, for sure. All right, let's go ahead and play. Oh, they're passing to attackers. They're going to end their turn, I assume.
Erica says she's working on a new Brawl deck. Do you remember how many cards are in ours?
I think it's 60. I could be wrong, but I think it's 60. All right, so I destroy their thing. They manifest dread.
Corey says they should have a warning splash screen if you try to put lands in this format.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Absolutely a good point. Okay, they put Glimmerburst in the graveyard out of the 2. Let's Cracked Skull on the 3/4 and see what happens.
Marcus says, I hope that was their first loss. Ugh.
I really do. I really, really do too. I do.
38 lands, Erica. About the Brawl deck, I assume.
Oh, and then he specifies Brawl is 100 minimum. Why? They manifested dread again instead of countering my spell. What a weird choice. Okay. I guess.
Didn't you say that manifesting dread isn't good for you, but it's good when your opponent does it?
Correct. It's good when, it's good for us when they do it, I think. Because they look at the top 2 cards, one goes into the graveyard and one goes face down. If it's not a creature, they will never be able to use it. It's just a 2/2. And if it's a creature and it's a high-costed creature, they can never flip it up because they don't have the mana.
Okay. Yeah. So I think not everybody's grasping this Momir thing.
Like I said, unless I'm wrong, which is also totally a possibility, right?
Sure.
It's absolutely a possibility. I'm not an expert. I'm not a pro. I've never been to the Pro Tour. People who've watched us play regular Magic will know this. So, I do what I can, but all right, let's...
Corey says Brawl is 100 minimum, right?
So I guess Marcus and Corey are helping out. Thank you.
Right. Bomaclot says, what do you mainly play? I haven't ventured far past standard. BO1. What's BO1?
Best of one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we are a limited channel. Obviously, we're talking to Erica about playing some Brawl that is rare, but it happens. What am I doing here? I don't think I want to do this, although it's instant speed. I don't want to do this either, especially with Winter's intervention in our hand. But it is a 2/2, right? So, oh right, we can kill their 3/4 right now. Silly me, we just do that. It's dealt damage, so it gets destroyed. I was like, oh, we can't kill it, but we definitely can. And then I just do this. Neither of us discard a card, so we don't draw a card. But that's fine. We have a 2/2 out to block one of their 2/2s with, and we move on. But yeah, so we play draft, we play sealed, whatever there happens to be available to us. All right, so last turn they attacked with just this one. They had a creature. But it was a double white casting cost creature. That's exactly what I'm talking about. It's double white. They literally couldn't cast it. So, okay. I have a 5/7. They have a 4/5. They have a 4/5 and a 2/2. But right, the 5/7 has vigilance. Okay, there's the Glimmer Burst. Great card. Absolutely great card for them. And their own Daggermaw Megalodon. Good draw. Very nice. I would love a card draw spell off the top. One of my rooms, maybe, that draws me cards. Drowned Diner. Meatlocker Drowned Diner. Deck, maybe. Obviously, we have a million of these, so that would make sense. They returned Ghostly Dancers, which then allows them to return an enchantment from their graveyard to their hand. Okay. Yeah, we're getting rolled a bit now, too. Now they're drawing more. Okay, that sucks. And they make a 3/1. Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes it's luck of the draw. Like, we have a great deck. Eerie activates again. They make another 3/1. Enduring Courage, another enchantment. They make another 3/1.
Okay. Well, they certainly...
And Shepherding Spirits, they make another... no, this just gets bigger because of that. But, okay. They attack only in the air for 1,000,000, and we are at 2. We drew Grab the Prize, which we can't even cast because we can't discard a card. They win!
Thank you, Whitey.
I'm glad Amy said it, not
Anyway...
me.
Marcus says,
Hell yeah.
any fewer than 37 and you won't draw your 4th or 5th land for ages.
So then, yeah, I guess it's 100. In fact, let me triple check for Erica, since she's working on it. Raining Cats and Dogs has... Come on. 100 cards in it. There you go, Erica. 100. So I'm sorry, I was wrong originally, but... There we go. All right, we're 1 and 2.
Just want to poke that flower right in the eye.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Mr. T. Durden. I'm sure you do not remember that reference.
No.
Tyler Durden is...
Oh, from Fight Club?
That is from Fight Club, yes. Brad Pitt's character from Fight Club is right. You know what? This hand's probably fine. I'm just going to throw that out there. Probably fine. Opponent still goes first. It's kind of what somebody was talking about earlier. Of losing the
dice roll flip 1,000,000 times.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was Corey.
Yeah. Unfortunate. Oh, they have a leyline. They started with leyline. If a card would be put into our graveyard from anywhere, exile it instead. Okay. They have a Cult Healer 3/3 that whenever they play an enchantment, it gains lifelink until end of turn, which is a fine card. Okay.
Bomaclot says, I also made a manifest deck, and being able to have a Volgavoth or a 12/12 Dino on turn 3 is OP.
Yeah, it seems it. That's incredible.
It does sound that way.
I guess I just play Insidious Fungus. Why not? And then I have Twist Reality as a counterspell here for whatever they happen to try to play. For right now, I'm not too worried, so I'm going to just pass. Insidious Fungus allows us to draw a card if we really want. I could destroy their Leyline as well, if they want to try to do some shenanigans. But the first, very scary card they play, I get to counter. The second one, I don't. So we'll see where that leads us. at their sleeves. So cool.
That is cool, yeah.
It's my girl Zimone. All right, so if it survives, they exile a card from a graveyard, but your enchantment is already doing that. And then if there are 3 or more cards exiled with this specifically, it gets +3/+3 and has hexproof. It may be my downfall, but I'm not currently worried about it. So we will see what that means going forward. But right now, I'm in a fine position here.
Marcus asks, open question. If you were a planeswalker, what would be your color identity / first new plane / powers?
That's a cool one.
I feel like Marcus kind of knows this about us already. So I think he's asking chat.
Well, no, but I mean, so he knows that you would be Gruul and I would be Azorius, right? That's known. That's a known thing.
I think he knows that I would be Zendikar would be my, would be my new plane.
Okay, that's fair.
I don't know what my powers would be. I guess just what Nissa does.
Sure. All right, so what are they doing here? They have a 4/4 lifelink, but like I have a 5/7 sitting here. Like, all right, so it's my turn. I'm not going to counter anything, or I didn't counter anything, and I don't really care as much. The fungus can stay for now. Oh, yes. Thank you. Draw 3, discard 1. What a draw. Eerie activation as well. Mill those cards. Toby and the thing that they can't get back because they won't have double black. Perfect. Oh, and we drew mine. Oh, wait. What? Oh, I have to discard 1. Crap. Fanatic of the Harrowing. Goodbye. Play the Mailmark Leech. Play the Mind Skinner. Eerie activation. 2 more cards into the graveyard. Meat Locker can activate here? Yes, it can. Meat Locker can activate here. Tap down their 4/4. Eerie activation again. Mill 2 more cards, and they lose a life. Let's go with... if I use the last 2, does that help me at all? I guess I kind of don't care, right? I guess I could just draw a card. Sure, I'll use the last 2 mana to draw a card. Because drawing cards is important. Yeah, Given to Violence is not bad. It's not amazing, but it's not bad. Combat, attack for 5. They can absolutely block here. Could be a chump block with the 1/1 or something.
Marcus says, this question assumes Earth is your home plane somehow.
Gotcha.
Oh, okay. Because I thought it would have been fun to kind of think of what plane I would have been born on. And then, I get...
Shunted somewhere else.
Right. I was going to say transferred to a new plane, but...
You wander somewhere else?
Yeah.
All right. They drew 1 card. They have 1 unknown card in hand. If we have to, we can counter it. I think we're in a very, very good position here. Because the only other card available to them is this, which isn't really available to them. Because they would need a second black source, which they do not have. So...
I thought for a second I had a piece of hair stuck in the corner of my glasses, because that happens sometimes.
Yeah.
And I just however my hair was, it kept being in my face, and I was like, oh damn it, is it in my glasses again? So I was going like this.
Yeah, I mean, in fact, I don't know that anybody, even like Marcus and Erica, who've been around for a long time on this channel, I don't know that anybody was around back when we were feeling like we were going to be posting Mutants and Masterminds content a lot more often.
Oh, yeah.
But for people that watched over on Video Games for All, link down in the description box below for Video Games for All.
And Gluten Free for All.
So you can check that out. Yeah, for anybody that is aware of back then, or watched our X-Men Legends playthrough on Video Games for All, I would have ice elemental powers like Will. That's what I would do. Yeah, I don't care about this goat. I'm not countering the goat. There's no reason to. It is a chump blocker, I guess. So, congrats. I could just sack an enchantment because now this room is doing nothing. And I could destroy a creature or exile a creature. It's not relevant. So I'm just going to go to combat. How many cards left in their library? 29. So yeah, we're fine. Go like this.
So Marcus says, what Nissa does plus red? In what way?
Well, actually, I have one for you. I was very surprised in the... Was it Kaladesh stories? Right? They faced the Gear Hulks, and Nissa, like, flipped over a Gear Hulk. So, she's clearly very strong. She has, like, essentially, like, super strength. So, if that's the case, I mean, she obviously is, like, channeling the mana into herself. Whenever a creature attacks you, may sack a creature other than this. If you do, draw a card. I think that's fine. Okay. So if she's doing that, then maybe it means that, like, occasionally you get to go berserker a little bit and, like, use your strength to, like, be true Gruul and, like, destroy, or smash.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a smasher for sure. Yeah, I mean, I pick Nissa as my favorite because I like Nissa the most. And on a good day, I'm Nissa, right? But more often than not, my personality is more that of Chandra. And I don't feel like I would have fire powers, but I'm definitely a fire sign of a person. And I don't know, just like personality wise, I'm more Chandra. And, you know, I really loved in what plane were we in with the smash of the, of Gruul, where it was basically like, okay, let's like dismantle society.
That's Rakdos. That's where Gruul, or not Rakdos, Ravnica. That's where Gruul is, right?
Okay.
So as the city expands, Gruul comes in and is like, no, the land should prevail here.
Right. So like that. I don't know a way to make that work, but however it would.
Right. They've milled themselves more. Which is good. I'm going to let them do that. They have 8 cards left in their library. And if this card that they drew out of their top 4 is, like, amazing, then I get to just counter it, and we're fine. So, they're looking through their graveyard, I guess, to see maybe what they can get back. Maybe this is a reanimation spell, and then we just counter it, and we don't have to worry about it. So, yeah, emerge from the cocoon. Yeah, no, that can absolutely be countered. I don't know what you even tried to get. Oh, it was a 4/5 flyer. Okay, then maybe I didn't even care, but whatever, it's fine. Winter's Intervention, 2 damage to a creature, and you gain 2 life. So they just lose because we kill this. They can't block anything, and they mill 17 cards, and they had 6 to start the turn with. 8, excuse me. But yeah. There we go. Thank you, Mindskinner. That's game. Pass.
Thank you, Mr. T. Durden.
We don't talk about where he's from, though.
Okay.
That's rule number 1.
Okay.
Rule number 2 is we don't talk about where he's from.
Okay.
You're like, all right, shut up.
I don't care.
Oh, look.
Should make it clickable so that when you poke it, it blinks.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, and Marcus, I mean, you know, but probably other people don't, that my favorite story is The Hand That Moves, which is an oldie but a goodie. Well,
Yes.
it's middling. It's not super old.
Well, they mulliganed. Well, I'm keeping this hand. This hand's great.
You know, best story that anybody at Wizards ever wrote, in my opinion. And so I'm sure you could take some Emrakul thoughts and inject that in somehow too.
Sure. Let's go ahead and Derelict Attic and draw some more cards, see what's going on, mill them for a little bit. You know. As a treat. We have the fungus. The fungus can get rid of their stupid grievous wound. That would be nice. Because Grievous Wound plus Unstoppable Slasher is very interesting. And by interesting, I mean awful. That's very bad for us. So let's go ahead and destroy target enchantment in Grievous Wound. Thank you, goodbye. Let's Erratic Apparition as well. And then this is an instant, so I could just wait on that. So yeah, I'll pass. And then if and when they attack with this thing, I'll just kill it with Impossible Inferno. It will come back, but while it has a stun counter on it, we can get rid of it. So hopefully they didn't draw a counterspell. Goodbye. Perfect. It comes back with 2 stun counters on it. Now, while it has stun counters on it, it can be removed for...
Thank you, Northerner94. That was odd.
No, I understand.
Okay.
They mulled to 2, and we removed both of the things that they mulled to, which was the Grievous Wound and the Unstoppable Slasher, as well as milling them for 2, which means they realized that, like, we've got the Skull Crab, we can pay the 4 mana next turn to, like, activate this, mill them for more, this gets bigger, we attack, like, they don't know that we have Cracked Skull, but, like, if they kept this card, we'd make them discard it, we'd play another enchantment, like, we had a lot of stuff going on, and they did not.
Gotcha.
So. I still don't think the game was over, and I guess that was your point. So, you know, it's never concede is the you know, some people live by that credo. I don't hate that either, because like the reason that you say that, right, is not like never concede, like never let him see you sweat. It's like you never know where the game is going to go. Like that other game, I was like, oh, we lose, and then I drew the removal spell for the 10-1, and then we had a chance. They then got the 10-1 back and still killed us, but that's really besides the point.
Exactly. Oh my gosh.
In the 2-headed giant for this set, even, we went down to 2. We went from 12 to 2 in 1 turn. And we were able to fight back the next... with nothing on our board, by the way. We were able to fight back and kill our opponents and win the game. Like, it shouldn't have happened, but it did. I mean, mulliganing seems so bad. I'm just going to keep... This is not a great hand, but it'll be fine.
Marcus, the other thing is, like, I frequently reference Nissa being green-blue, not because I feel I have some component of blue identity, but simply because I love Yahenni so much as a character. And Yahenni in the lore was the one who kind of discovered that Nissa had taken on some blue traits.
Correct.
In the lore.
Correct.
So.
Are they immediately drawing a card? Interesting. I would have kept it around, like, for enchantments and stuff, but that's fine. I respect it.
Something going on with my hair, and it's bothering me.
I'm sorry.
It's just, like, in view. Get out. I don't want you. Bombaclot says, I'd be a green planeswalker, and I'd like to be like Radagast the Brown.
That's a cool one.
I don't remember. I remember Radagast, but Radagast the Brown?
Yeah, that's what they're called. They were called.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, no. Erica says, I would be a Rakdos planeswalker whose powers were basically charm and seduction on a supernatural level. And my card would have, like, act of treason effects that sacrifice the thing I steal. That's really cool, Erica. I love that a lot.
So we started with 3 cards in our hand, right?
Yeah.
They have 7 right now.
Oh, okay.
This turn, they played 3 Derelict Attics and 1 Drowned Diner. This is Radagast the Brown, originally from Lord of the Rings, but you know it because of this card. So,
okay.
I imagine. Bless you.
Well, that's why I was confused, because brown is not a color in Magic.
Yeah. I guess I just do this, and you get to Manifest Dread. Congratulations, you did it, but you also don't get to steal shit out of my hand, so go away. They could, like, counterspell it, I suppose. Okay, they did. Good. Alright, so they get to Manifest Dread. Congrats. You have 21 cards left in your library. That's a good sign for me. Although I kept a very bad hand and they are popping the hell off. So, oh, and they got rid of another cracked skull. So 2 cracked skulls on the top of their graveyard here.
Oh boy.
That's pretty nice. Let's play a game.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're Ulamog. Ulamog has a cracked skull.
All right, so I would have to discard 2 cards, but first I'm going to deal 2 damage to this and gain 2 life. It dies. It was a counterspell / Manifest Dread, and then I'll flash this in, a 3/2. That whenever it attacks, I surveil 1. Which means now I don't discard 2 cards, but I do lose 3 and they gain 3. That still happens. Congratulations, you did it. They had a Seized from Slumber to destroy my creature. It was literally the last thing I had. Like I said, I kept a bad hand for how much they are popping off. 5/6 Menace. Another Derelict Attic. That's 4 of those now. A Found Footage is fine. They can pay the mana, though, and surveil 2 and then draw a card. That's good. 17 cards left in their library. We'll see if they put any in the graveyard. They don't, so 16 cards left. Okay. Derelict Attic the 5th.
Jesus Christ.
This is the format. Milling 3 more cards. They are down to 11 cards in their library. All we need to do is draw the Mind Skinner and live for a turn. Marina Vendril. Reveal the top 7 cards of your library. Put all enchantments from among them into your hand and the rest on the bottom in a random order. And then she can tap to lock or unlock a door of a room. Miasma Demon, not discarding any cards because there are no creatures to give -2/2 on my side. Demonic Council, search for a demon, reveal it, put it into your hand, and then shuffle. Or if they have Delirium, which they do, they search for any card, put it into their hand, and then shuffle. Okay. So they get to look through the rest of their deck, take the best card. They have 9 cards left in their library.
Have we done anything yet?
I mean, we played all 3 of our cards. So yeah, technically we have done something.
Okay.
Glimmerburst, drawing 2 more cards. 7 cards remaining in their library. Glimmerburst again. 5 cards remaining in their library. Slavering Brand Snapper, a 7/6 trample.
Are they just going to mill themselves out? Are they just going to play against themselves and then die? We'll just be standing there going, what just happened?
Oh, they used Get Out and returned these 2 enchantments to their hand. They Rickety Gazebo to mill 4 and return more permanents from their graveyard to their hand. They have 1 card left in their library, so they can no longer cast the Drowned Diner side of this, or they lose. They play the Meat Locker, tapping up to 1. They said, oops. Yep. So up to 1 can include 0, of course, which is what they did. They played Tunnel Surveyor to make a 1/1 Glimmer. Grasping Longneck. Now, if I draw a card that says target player draws 2 cards, we win. Just throwing that out there. Is that Glimmerburst, or does Glimmerburst say, no, draw 2? Okay, that's unfortunate. When you unlock this door, you draw 3, discard 1. Yeah, okay. It's our turn. We drew Derelict Attic, Widow's Walk. Okay, let's try it. If they have a counterspell, we just flat out lose. But they don't. In their whole deck, though? All right. Well, I mean, that's not good. We do have a Death Toucher. It can get lifelink, too, so we're not dead. And they will draw their last card. So, I mean, I guess what I do is I activate Widow's Walk, right? I play the Cackling Slasher. It doesn't enter with a counter on it, because the creature didn't die this turn. That's fine. And then we have +2/+2 and lifelink. That's good, right? A serviceable play. It's fun for everyone. Okay. That was their last card. If we live this turn... each player discards a card. If you discarded a card this way, draw a card. Well, I've only got 1. So now you see what it is. Congrats, you did it. I have a 5/5 Death Touch lifelink, which is pretty nice. But they said good game.
Oh.
That's right, because they had to discard a card. So
I told you what would happen.
Why did you even play it then? You have the autonomy to not play cards. What the hell?
That's why I seriously think that they thought it was fun to just play against themselves and then just lose.
So hold on. Genuinely hold on a minute. Let's do some math. So they attack with everything, right? This has summoning sticks, but they wouldn't have played it. This makes them lose the game. So, okay, we block the 7/6, right? We take 2 from trample, but gain 5. So we'll say that the 2 from this and the 3 from these don't happen, right? Because we gained this life back. So 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is, 5, 10, 13, 15, 19, 20, 21. 21 damage. We're dead. Oh, this would have been 2 more. So we still would have been at 19. Take 21. We're just dead. I guess they were really afraid of this card, but like, we top decked it. Or, well, we drew it off of Derelict Attic. Why?
Like I said, I seriously believe that they just thought it was fun to come into this game, play essentially only against themselves because we did very little. They did everything they could possibly do, including, in the end, kill themselves.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, so by the way, Amy, that is Storm, right? People will know that, like the Storm deck or like an Eggs deck, a type of deck where they literally do that, right? They just play with themselves the whole time. A lot of players will see like, oh, you're storming off, I'm going to concede. Like, good players, and I don't, that's not fair. Experienced players will tell you, you don't concede. Because there are a lot of times where they just don't draw enough. Right. They don't get what they need combo piece-wise.
How many times have you said, I'm going to make them have it?
Yeah, of course.
You make them have it,
yep.
And if they don't...
It's just annoying to have to like sit there for 20 minutes and watch them diddle themselves. Like that's literally, you're just like, okay, wake me up when it's over. But also like in a competitive environment or like a semi-competitive environment where there's like a not a judge around. Because like otherwise you could be like, judge, please make sure that they're doing what they're supposed to and like take a nap. But like,
they're diddling themselves.
Yeah. But like otherwise you're supposed to just like you have to watch what they're doing because you have to make sure they're not cheating. You have to make sure like you're counting everything up as well not necessarily for negative reasons like you think they're cheating, but like they may need help counting up the storm count, right? Like I played this spell, that's 3 now. This spell makes 4. This one makes 5, and you can say like don't forget to untap those lands or don't forget you tapped those to play this card. Like
that's hard for me. When we played Two-Headed Giant, yep. I was just like, oh, la la la, and you're like, you need to untap your lands now. I was like, oh, oops.
Well, or tap them, right? Because you're like, I was like, oh, don't forget.
This thing.
Yeah, and you just put it on the table, and it's like, okay, well, tap your lands for it. Like, we know that you don't have anything else that you're going to do this turn, but our opponents would like to see you tap the mana.
Right.
So that, like, they know that you're not then going to be like, oh, but I can also cast this. Like,
yeah.
Anyway, say the thing.
Thank you, Largazor.
I was going to say Largozer, but sure, Largazar is fine too, I guess.
Okay. Well, thank you, that person.
Sure.
Okay. That was absurd. That was funny. I don't know what else.
They had too many derelict attics. That's what we've determined. What a house. It had 5 derelict attics in that house.
That's so sad. I've seen a lot of houses. None of them had 5 derelict attics.
I don't know if any of them had 2 derelict attics or more.
No, they didn't.
All right, I'm going to let you read while I do like this next game, and I'm just going to kind of stay quiet over here.
I have seen like a divided attic where it was like 2 separate sections of the attic that you had to be in different portions of the house to get to those different parts of the attic. So it was kind of like 2 attics, but definitely not 5.
Yeah. This hand also feels bad, but you know what else feels bad? Mulliganing. Keep. All right, we do have 2 removal spells at instant speed in hand, so we'll see what they play. Grab the prize, discarding Underwater Tunnel and Slimy Aquarium.
I love these sleeves that they have.
Yeah.
They're really pretty.
Yeah, they're the alt arts from New Capenna.
Yeah.
All right, so they got back Tunnel of Hate and Derelict Attic. I've seen this strategy before. All right, so they draw 2, lose 2. You got it.
Erica, all right, I'm gonna go back to
That's
where I
what I
left
said,
off.
please.
I'm gonna read Erica's thing again because can I just say, Erica, that not only do I think this is perfect for you, it's not me, but it's really cool. And I think it's perfect for you. And I literally, when I read it the first time, got like excited reading it. So I'm just going to read it again and then, you know, everything else into that. But so Erica said, I would be a Rakdos planeswalker whose powers were basically charm and seduction on a supernatural level. And my card would have like act of treason effects that sacrifice the thing I steal.
Yeah, that's really good.
So cool.
While this is on the stack, let's kill this Gremlin Tamer. That's a very good card.
Marcus says, whenever you sacrifice a creature, you don't own X. Static ability work for you.
Yeah.
Or static ability work for you? There's a question mark at the end.
Oh. Oh, that's what he's saying. Does the static ability work for you? Are you happy with that?
Oh, okay.
All right, they're surveilling 1. Yeah, I did not give us enough credence to the Rickety Gazebo. We had a chance to grab one. I really didn't feel like it was that strong, but it's pretty good.
It's not that strong. It's rickety.
Very nice. 1, 2, 3, 4. They're searching for a room, revealing it, put it into their hand. I think they just win now. Oh. They played it for free and they just win now. Oh, on their upkeep. But unless we draw a card draw spell into a card draw spell into etc., I still don't think we have a chance. They win this game on the back of they didn't use Promising Stairs, but they can for 3 mana like easily. Why would you do that now? You have 2 other rooms in your hand. I'm so confused. Okay, sure, that's fine. They surveil 1 again. Keep it there. 16 cards left in their lap. I'm very confused at the line here. Just activate the Promising Stairs and try to live for another turn, right? Like, and also play your. Okay, yep, never mind. I'm over here. Ignore me. I don't get it.
I think they are ignoring you.
I meant everybody else. Read. Clearly, I don't know what I'm talking about. So.
Marcus says, where do you go first? It matters for the cards. So he's speaking to Erica here.
Yes, correct.
Mocan is here saying, I just came in and saw Erica described the first Ingrath card.
Oh.
If he were a charisma caster.
Yeah,
cool.
that is
All
cool.
right. Yeah.
Good old Mad Cow Dad. They manifest dread instead of double strike? Okay, sure. Fair enough. I'm still very... Okay. They got rid of Meatlocker Drowned Diner.
So it's nice to see you, Mocan.
Yes, of course. Thank you for being here. As always, really great to see you.
C. Holland is here saying, anyone caught the Australian version of The Office on Amazon yet?
No, is it good?
I didn't know there was one. That's awesome, though.
That is awesome. Why? Maybe on their upkeep they'll do it? I'm so confused. I'm so confused. All right, we didn't get there. This is a big loss, but it's fine. Make a Glimmer. We could kill a creature later, but let's pay the 1 mana. What a high quality turn. Look at what all that they did, and we did this. I have a 2/2. Suck it, opponent. Pass to attackers. I bet you it's everybody. It's technically not everybody. Okay, but why didn't you win with the room? I'm so confused. Is anyone able to help me? Like, I'm scared and confused and sad. Like, all right, let's flash this guy in as well. 7, 8, and 5 is 13. So yeah, we're fine.
Corey says, I'd totally be an Azorius Merfolk Planeswalker with ultimate being all non-land spells have flash.
Okay.
If not Earth, I'd be from Eldraine. Okay, cool.
All right, so they finally did the thing with Promising Stairs. But yeah, that's cool. Eldraine's a fun one.
Yeah.
It's funny. I like Tarkir. I don't think I'd want to be from there.
No, yeah. I like Tarkir a lot as well. But yeah, I mean, that plane kind of probably sucks.
For non-dragons. I mean, like, if I'm a
Right.
dragon, sure, that's awesome. I mean, it's got flat... Like, first of all, this is the first time we've seen this in the 7 games that we've played. F me, I guess, right? Like, all right, so we'll go like that. We'll also go like that in Glimmerlight. Now, is there a world where they get cocky, or do they just attack us with their flyer and kill us? Death Touch and Indestructible is not lifelink, so... And it's other tapped creatures, so I guess we pass and see if they get cocky. They might. Oh, they just win. Never mind. Well, fine.
You don't cocky when they win.
You don't get to see my mythic then. Fine.
Thank you, Night Fury 1138.
And that's it. That's the end of our draft.
That was pretty cool,
It was
though.
very fun. Very, very fun.
Let's play some Brawl with Erica before
100%.
we forget.
100%.
I don't want to do that.
I will not forget. Erica, when you are ready to challenge me, please do so. We went 4 and 3. 450 gems in 1 pack. Okay.
Yeah.
I think I used gold, but it's fine.
Mokan says, Brawl! Let me go back. Erica says, yeah, Marcus, that works. I think I would probably appear in Eldraine first, and the locals would spread rumors about me being a Black Widow.
It's interesting. Maybe I would appear in Tarkir and then realize that, like, it's a terrible environment, right? And then go somewhere else. But I mean, for people that watched our God of War playthrough, I'm a big fan of both Theros and Kaldheim.
Yeah.
So, like, maybe it would be one of those that I would, like, primarily be in once I, like, was able to traverse the plains a little bit more. Mm-hmm. I don't think I would go there first. Erica got to play Nashi. Yes. Oh, I'm so happy for her. Immediately
Nice.
happy for her. Oh, right. How do I play real Magic now?
I'll play all these things with no lands.
Oh, my God. All right. 3 land. The Bestiary.
She says also the deck is done, which obviously it is.
Perfect. All right. So we can Roiling Regrowth, sack a land, search for lands. We have the ramp. Yeah, we can make this work. Okay. I think this hand is fine. Let's keep it. We will say hello to our good friend Erica. She says hello. This is a mountain forest. This is a mountain plain. So we're going to play this tapped first and move on.
So, Bombaclat says, I pretty much know nothing about the story for this game.
Oh.
Does knowing the story give any real advantages and knowing better synergies between specific planes?
I would say yes and no. It really depends. So, like, I would think, and Amy can help me out here as well as anybody in chat, of course. I would think, like, on certain planes, like, if you see a card that has... Oh, God. No, I'm not going to be able to think of, like, an ability. Like, Landfall. Ironically, it's on Maya, which is from Kaldheim. But Landfall originally was from... Where does the land fight back against you?
Zendikar?
Yes. Landfall was originally from Zendikar. So, like, while it doesn't necessarily mean, like, I'm going to be able to beat my opponent better by knowing these things, it would clue you in of, like, oh, I really like the Landfall ability. Let me look at past Zendikar-based sets to look for more Landfall cards. So at least in terms of, like, making your deck, you would know where to look in that way.
Yeah. I mean, that's not really a synergy, though, so much as it is, like, a way for you to kind of figure out the type of deck and place to look, I guess, then to kind of achieve the type of deck that you're looking to make.
Yes.
As opposed to like, oh, well, I'll, use every landfall card that exists, from, one from every set that it exists in.
Yeah.
Then you can kind of just make a Zendikar deck, essentially.
Sure. And I mean, obviously these days it's 2024. Like, you could easily just Google all landfall card, like all Magic cards with landfall on it. So like, it's not that. It's just that, like, I know for me when I was younger and making Magic decks,
back before the internet was a thing, really.
God, you gotta call me out like that. Oh God. Basically what I did to make decks back in the day: secretly choose a card in your graveyard and conjure a duplicate of it into your hand. If the duplicate isn't a land, it perpetually gains flash. Uro? Oh God. When I was making decks back in the day, what I would do is I would take my best deck and I would try to make another deck to beat my best deck. And like, what would that look like? How would I do that? So,
yeah, so that's cool. But I feel like, to answer your question, mostly no. We're Vorthos. We're big on the story. We love the story. We're very behind on the story currently.
Yes, amen.
So, no spoilers, please. But yeah, I mean, we're really big on the story when we have time to read it. So that's an aspect of this game that means a lot to us. That doesn't mean it means a lot to everybody. And the game is designed to be playable even when it doesn't.
Yes. Yeah, I think it's like cool for people to discover it, but like, if you're like, I don't have the kind of time to do all that, no worries whatsoever. Focus on the gameplay if that's what matters to you. And if you have time to care about the story and are interested in it, first of all, you're always welcome to come and talk on our channel about it.
Right.
And that's, Amy talked about no spoilers, but like,
right.
if you have no knowledge of the story whatsoever, there's a lot of ground to cover. So,
right.
We could take a little while to do that. No issues, but
yeah. And there's plenty of content on Geek for All that is story related. So you can go ahead and check that out if it's something that interests you.
That is correct. Any video that says JAR on it, JAAR, is a video that talks about Magic lore. And then there are others besides that do, but they're lesser.
Yeah. So, but we haven't really released any of those recently. So just go to the channel and go to the playlists and find the JAR one.
Yep.
And just watch them in order, because we do the stories in order. And then you'll, have it in order. Or if there's a particular plane that you're interested in learning some stuff about, then you can look for a playlist that's just specifically those, or a section of the videos that's just specifically that plane.
Yeah, or even reverse that, like do what I was talking about before. Oh, I really like Landfall. Where did that come from? And I want to learn more about that. No problem. You can learn about the Royal, you can learn about Zendikar, all that fun stuff. And like the plane, or if you like a particular planeswalker, you're like, wow, Mu Yan Ling over here looks really cool. Where are they from? And, we would be able to kind of go from there. I guess I picked a bad example because I don't know where Mu Yan Ling is from.
Oh, fucking hell.
I mean, I know where they, like, card-wise where they were released. I don't know. Like, if their plane has a name, I do not remember it. So you're all more than welcome to be like, all right, Joe, it's this. Like, could you not?
So, yeah, I mean, check out other things on the channel, but nothing on any of our channels is the end-all, be-all. It's not the Bible,
No.
Internet works too, and, whatever you want to do.
What do I do here? This feels scary. I'm gonna do this and make a dog. No attacks. But I have a 4-2 now. Go Ginny Faye.
Mocan says no, not at all, with like a tongue sticky outy face. That might have been in reference to the plane synergies.
Yes, of does it matter if you don't know the stories, which is true. It doesn't. It really doesn't.
But then the next thing that Mocan said they probably forgot Fnatic made them draw.
That one opponent that milled himself out. Yeah.
Or thought you discarding was optional because the if you discard bit.
Sure. Yeah, if you discard, you draw. And so a lot of times when a card says that, good point, Mocan. A lot of times when a card says that, it's like you may draw a card if you do discard a card. You know, something like that. Or vice versa. You may discard if you do draw. Something like that.
Bombaclot says, to be honest, I leave the second I see any indication of Storm. I'm not good enough to play against that, LOL.
And there's nothing wrong with that either. Like, I'm not, you're not, that's why I corrected the way that I said it. You're not a bad player for doing that, so please don't misunderstand what I said.
You're recognizing your weakness there, too.
Sure, but the other thing is, my point is, with Storm, it's not necessarily about you being bad at playing it or good at playing it, because how many cards are in her graveyard? 8. Erica.
Well, they might just be counting on that, right? They might just be like, oh, well, hopefully they'll just concede if I just do so much stuff that they get confused or whatever.
But my point is, right, there's 2 ways to combat Storm. One is let them fail, right? Make them have it, as Amy said. And sometimes they just straight up don't. And then you just win. But other times, you have to know exactly the right card to counter. Like, I have one counter spell in my hand. What's the card that I counter so that they don't kill me and I mess up their combo? And that is absolutely a moment where I could see you saying, I'm not good enough to know what that is. And I 100% get that. Because that's just, it's definitely a thing.
Yeah, it makes sense. I'll skip to their last comment, and then I'll go back.
Sure.
I played MTG from 2014 to 2016 and never learned much aside from the basics. Now I'm trying to get back into the game and learn everything I can.
Nice.
I'm coming from being a COD Zombies semi-pro.
Oh, that's interesting. COD is Call of Duty.
Oh, okay.
That's really cool.
He says way different, LOL.
Yeah,
it
for
seems
sure.
like it would be way different. Yeah.
You may cast it if it's a creature spell. Well, they go on the bottom in any order otherwise, so I guess I put the land, like, there weren't any creatures. There was a vehicle. That was fun. Wow, that's unfortunate. Okay,
let me rewind.
whoever this Espeon Sun is, they're very good.
Espeon Sun, I mean, sounds like a loser to me.
Well, she's about to be a very big winner, so
Yeah.
she's at 35 and we're at 9. To be fair, I guess I kept a bad hand. I had 3 land, and I now have 5 sources. That's fun. But she has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So she was so nice to me. She only attacked Vivian. Oh, sorry. She attacked me for 2. Do I kill the army? I guess I have to try. No. I don't. Vivian dies either way, but I get to keep a creature. So, no. I don't kill the army. What does Nashi do? She mills that many, put a number of legendary and or enchantments from among them into your hand. If you put none, it gets a counter. Liliana, Waker of the Dead.
Yeah. Okay.
Interesting. Okay.
Corey says, it never takes 20 minutes for me to diddle myself. Just saying.
Incredible.
Well, maybe you need to take it a bit slower, Corey.
Jesus
I don't know what to tell you.
Oh my god. The people that like set up candles and like draw a bath. It's like,
my god.
What's the time for that?
That's a little much. Not judging. I'm sorry. I don't want to be like that.
I'm not judging.
You all can just do whatever works for you and take however long you're going to take. It makes no difference to me.
Oh my god.
Mocan says, I ever bring up the fact I designed a full custom MTG set a couple years ago. My love for Amonkhet is unwavering.
Wow. Very cool.
Gib more Basri content.
Oh, sure, for sure.
With a cat face. Okay.
Basri's great. I like Basri Cat.
Yes, love that.
For sure. Basri was the +1/+1 counter deck, right? I really liked that deck. It was fun. I'm very scared, Erica. I don't like it. There's big scary things happening, and I'm just losing, and shouldn't be allowed. Tamio's on the field. Professor Onyx is on the field. Nashi's on the field. Uro is here. There's another Liliana in her hand. So scary.
Yeah. That's really cool, Mocan.
That is really cool. Very, very cool.
See, Holland says it's okay-ish. Not AA patch on the UK or US ones.
Oh no. It died.
Oh.
Okay. Well.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. You're talking about the Australian office.
Correct.
Okay. Okay. It took me a second to get back there with my brain. Sorry about it.
Spawn of Turg.
Yeah. You just want to tickle that belly.
This thing is huge.
I don't care. He's still cute.
Oh my god.
Mocan says, me as a planeswalker wise, personality wise, I'd be white blue. But if we go off of what we'd like to do mechanically, something like Simic creature type nonsense.
Okay.
Call
sure.
time changeling support maybe?
That's fun.
That sounds cool.
It does. I genuinely don't. Like, I've lost track of what most of what's happening on the battlefield right now.
Amazing.
Yep. It's everything is fine.
Yes.
I have just as much of a board presence as she does. And you can't tell me otherwise because I'm just that stubborn.
Yes. Well, between these two things down here and all of your lands, you have more cards than she has on her field.
On the front side of her field, yeah, maybe. Maybe.
It totally works, right? Godalope is here saying, "Heyo."
What's up, Godalope? Welcome back. Your triumphant return from New York Comic Con.
Yes. Tell us everything.
Great to see you back. Oh, I'm an idiot. I guess I could have. Yeah, I should have done that in a different order, but it's fine. It would not have saved me. Or I guess it would have, right? Chump block Uro, take 4, go to 1. It's fine. I'm still gonna chump block Uro, take 4, and go to 1.
Mocan says, I love the trio of mythology sets. Yeah. Theros and Amonkhet are like my top 2 favorite planes.
Sure.
And Call Time is the set I have drafted the most.
Wow.
With actual 100% set completion on Arena.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
That's great.
Very nice.
That's really cool.
Which one do we have? It isn't Call Time?
Kamigawa, I think.
Oh, okay.
I think it's Kamigawa. We played a lot of Kamigawa for some reason.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because we lost so much that we just drafted again.
Yeah, could be.
There was one set around there. It might have been, I don't think it was New Capenna. I think New Capenna we did okay. But there was one set around that time period where it was like, we're just going to lose forever and we have to be okay with that.
Yeah, I think it was Kamigawa, actually.
Yeah. Ooh, so pretty.
Yeah.
Connive and concoct.
Godalope says, ouch, getting dated. LOL.
That was the... you
mentioned
that
the internet wasn't really a thing back then.
When I was making my first decks, yeah, you're totally right.
Oh, how cool.
It's Jason Veraska. Cathartic Operation. It was a quiet moment and a heavy one. It was full of all they had lost and the hope they had despite it all.
So sad.
It is pretty sad. Cathartic Parting. To put it on the... Oh, shuffle it into our library. Okay. You got it.
Marcus says Gatherer.
That's where you would search for all the landfall cards that I was talking about.
Oh, okay.
You can just go to Gatherer and search for keywords.
There you go.
Yeah.
Mokan says Mu Yanling is from the plane of sea and skies, I think.
Okay.
Is that a plane name?
Again, so Mu Yanling and... Oh my god. Why am I not going to remember his name? He had the dog Mowu. And I forget his name. But those two planeswalkers were released as like a China-only product, I believe. And then were released originally. And then were released later on in War of the Spark. As like generic release to everyone. Jiang Yangu. Thank you,
Thank
Mokan.
you.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you, Espeon Sun.
She did very well.
Yes.
It's a really cool deck, and I'm super... Well, hopefully she comes back in a moment, but I love that she gets to play Nashi, because that's fantastic.
Yeah, she had been wanting to for a while.
And I love it. And we saw 2 Nashis in the deck, so...
Cool. She is back, and she gives a heart.
Amazing job, Erica. Thank you so much for the game.
Yes, that was really cool.
Yes, I hope... And like I said, I'm so glad you got to see the Nashi deck.
Yeah, because I know you've been trying to play that for a while.
We got to see the Nashi deck.
Yeah.
You saw it because you made it. So.
Yeah, but we're glad that you were able to make it and play it finally.
For sure.
She says, Nashi and Tamio deck makes me happy.
And it should. It absolutely should. Congratulations.
Bomba Cloud says, good win. I'll go back up.
Yes.
Where am I at?
Here.
Corey says, I was talking about Storm in MTG. Gah. Dang dirty birds. Ha ha ha. Just kidding.
For the diddling thing. That's incredible. Look, I'll take it, oh God, I can't say that phrase. I will hear it both ways. And there's nobody can stop me. That's just...
Okay. Nobody can stop you. That is correct.
Nobody can. Nobody can.
Godalope says,
I'm gonna open some packs.
I always join with epic timing to hear the best convos, LOL.
Oh,
you
yeah.
really do,
Oh,
Godalope.
yeah. Uh-oh. Erica just beat us, and now we only have 1 mythic.
Oh, no.
I think we all know what that means, don't we, Erica?
Always owing us more insurance than being provided.
By the way, for those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, often when that occurs, it means we're about to get a mythic rare wild card instead of an actual mythic from the set. And we already have 189 mythic rare wild cards, and I don't want more. I want actual cards that we can look at and talk about and stuff. We have our first Cynical Loner and our first Diversion Specialist. And that seems legit. I feel like I've never seen this card before. So that makes a lot of sense. All right, keep reading. I'll look at these rares in the mythic in a moment.
And for those who don't know, when I make a reference of insurance to Erica, it's because we always, say that when we get flooded, that it's because Erica is our flood insurance agent, and she, is not giving us fair flood insurance. So let's go back. Where are we? Bombaclot says, well, you guys are pretty cool. Y'all got a sub from me with a big smile. Aw, thank you so much.
That's amazing. Thank you, Bombaclot. We appreciate that.
Yeah.
We're happy to have you, and hopefully you enjoy your time with us.
Yeah.
We're live every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, by the way, playing Arena, so we'd love to have you back more when you can.
And we stream video games on Friday nights.
On Video Games for All, link in the description down below. If you're into video games, you mentioned Call of Duty.
Yes.
Maybe if you were a Call of Duty pro, maybe don't go watch our Halo playthrough, because that would be embarrassing.
Oh no!
And I say playthrough. We got through 3 episodes before Amy was like, "This is boring," and it's like, "Yeah, I'm just bad. I'm very bad at the game."
I think I just don't like that kind of game. I'm much more of a story game kind of person.
Yeah, very, very narrative focused.
So.
Although Halo has narrative to it. Don't get me wrong. It's just that we didn't get there.
We
because
never got to it. So
that's on me. That's my fault.
Anyway, Greg is here. He says, "Spooky horror, Joe and Amy time. Let's go. I made it. Finally. Seems like it's been forever."
I agree.
Yeah, it kind of does.
Yeah. Saw you guys at your trunk or treat.
Yeah.
Which looked like a lot of fun. So I hope you guys had fun. And I hope you're doing well.
Oh my god, I need WD-40 on this chair so bad.
It's very loud.
It's making me nuts.
It's so loud, yeah.
Godalope says it was a blast. The Critical Role meeting was such a blast. So much fun and such great people to meet and connect with.
Awesome.
That's awesome, Godalope.
Very cool.
Really good.
Yeah.
And we know how great you are to connect with because we did.
Exactly. Yeah. And I mean, again, seeing all your pictures and stuff, really, really cool. So yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Erica gives a heart. C. Holland says, Scryfall is better for looking up cards. Gatherer often misses cards.
Fair. Scryfall is great. We may or may not use it for the art for cards for our thumbnails. Because they're awesome and they deserve the shout out. So
yeah,
thank you, Scryfall.
That's true.
They're great.
Erica says, I read that already. Bombaclot says, good win. I read that.
To Erica, yeah.
Erica says, I could do one more if you wanted, but no pressure.
Okay.
I'm looking at the clock. I was like, Mocan says, brawl, hyperventilates?
Yeah, hyperventilates.
Hyperventilates because of brawl?
Yeah, because Mocan also...
Do you have a brawl deck?
Yeah.
Do you want to play us?
I believe that's what Mocan's saying, yes.
Okay. When you said brawl before, I thought you were just excited to watch Erica play. I didn't think that meant that you wanted to play us too, Mocan.
I took it that he...
okay,
they
see,
us,
I completely missed that, and so you had to say it again so I could understand. Okay. Erica says, this wild card is going to be so helpful.
Erica!
We always gotta up our premiums over here so we can get enough insurance for all of our mishaps and cards that we get.
So funny.
Mocan says you missed that Yan Lin Ling's and Yan Gu's plane got a name in Mom.
Which is March of the Machine.
Oh, okay. Shenmeng.
Awesome.
Shenmeng. I don't remember ever hearing that.
That's because we haven't read the March of the Machine stories yet. So he said you missed it.
Okay, I thought you meant like it was on the cards.
No.
Okay.
At least not... Okay. Well, actually, you know what? Not that I recall. Let's put it that way.
Because I definitely don't remember that.
Sure.
Greg says, LOL, it was great. My kid and Steve's kid are the ones in the costumes, LOL.
Okay,
I
so...
didn't see that part.
I have to say, because Greg knows that I love him and Steve and the store, and I always will. Where did you get that Charmander costume?
I didn't see these pictures yet.
You saw the Psyduck. You were talking about the Psyduck before.
Oh, yeah.
The video with the Psyduck.
That Psyduck was a little off.
Well, so Greg's going to talk about it. It looks like, but so because I was going to say so
you got it on Alibaba.
Yeah, because okay,
it's not great, but it's affordable.
No,
yeah.
That's perfectly fair. Your Charmander, I looked at it and I was like, oh wow, I was like, they're getting into Digimon. That is 100% an Agumon costume. It's the same color as Agumon. It looks like Agumon. And you guys were calling it Charmander. I'm like, oh, all right. It is Charmander. You got it. It totally looks like Agumon. And I was just like, why do they have Agumon there? I don't know that I didn't recall that you guys were doing like a lot of Digimon stuff. And then Steve was calling it Charmander, and I was like, oh, all right, Charmander and Psyduck, that's totally fine. And like you said, it's affordable. I don't blame you for a second.
Did they call it Charmander on the website? Is that what it was? I didn't see that one. All I saw was the Psyduck, but it looked a little off. Okay, but I mean, I don't know Digimon, so like I wouldn't have recognized it as a different thing. I just would have said like, well, it's a Charmander that looks weird. I don't know.
It's just yellow. It's like very yellow. Like the color that Psyduck was is the color that Charmander was, and I was like, Charmander's orange. Agumon looks just like that, so yeah, okay. Regardless, like I said, I'm not here to shit on your choices. Like I wouldn't be able to afford it, so 100%. No shame. I just like, it was like, really? Is that what they're going with? Because I'll go with them down this road.
Godolob says, aw, thanks.
Of course.
Mocan says, I mean, if you folks want a game, tongue sticky outy face. Greg says, so there is the site. Yeah, it was Alibaba. Definitely called it Charmander. Oh, it did call it Charmander.
So
Joe's phone, check it.
Yeah, there's the Charmander on the left and the side of.
Are you sure that's not just Big Bird without any feathers?
Like I said, it doesn't have because the face looks like our Charmander face. It does. It's just that see, so there's the Psyduck, right, like that, and then there's look, you can see the face.
Wow.
It's like 100% Agumon, but anyway, it's fine. It's fine. It's yellow, and it's fine.
Oh my god.
I love it. I truly love it.
Mocan says shiny Charmander is Psyduck's color, to be fair.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
So it's a shiny Charmander.
There you go. That's even better.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Look.
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
I could see it. I like that. All right,
but it also
Mocan.
didn't have a tail.
It did not have a tail with the flame on it. That's like kind of its thing. But if that's the worst thing, that's cool. It got its tail cut off in an accident.
Wow, that's fucked up.
Trying to be helpful here.
I'm sorry. Mocan says Shenmeng appears on one card.
Okay.
A plain card from the March of the Machine Commander decks.
That's right.
Okay, so we didn't even see it.
Sure.
But I meant it as in you skipped over my earlier message.
Gotcha.
Oh, okay. Well, I only skipped it because we had already read it earlier. Didn't we?
I don't think so. Either that or it might have gotten censored and we missed it.
Because I didn't read
no,
Zhangyangu because you had already read it.
Mocan up here says, it got a name in MLM, Shenmeng.
Oh,
so yeah, you're right. We missed it.
I
Thank you.
completely missed that one. I'm sorry.
Yep.
Did I read the things surrounding it, or did I miss a couple? Sorry, guys. I know this is what I do literally every time we stream, but I'm not the best at it. I apologize.
I don't know that you read this from Corey. Did you?
No. Corey said way back when they do audio story chapters now. I think the last few years at least. Great YouTube playlist, listen while you work kind of thing.
I would like to point out for everyone's edification, and I get it, right? We're a small channel. You can see our subscriber count. I understand. I went to Wizards a long time ago.
Many years ago.
A long time ago. Like, a long time ago. And asked them if I could do their audio recordings for them of their stories. And they were like, that is not content that we're interested in.
And we sent them like a sound bite
yeah.
of you reading some of the lore.
I did one of the old ones, yeah. Yeah. They weren't interested. And now they're just doing it for themselves. I've had this conversation before. I don't need to have it again. But, like, the fact that, like, Wizards needs to lean on, should lean on their friendly local game stores to sell their product and run their events, right? And so you should make your stores happy and then secret layers happen. And you should lean on your content creators because it's free content for your game. You should be sending your bigger content creators. I'm not necessarily advocating for us here. I get it. Like I said, our numbers are our numbers. They should lean on them for things like the streamer events / early access events, as well as they used to send free product to people and be like, give this away to your viewers, or just open it for free and like have the product and advocate for it and talk about it, show off the cool cards, etc. And now instead what they do is they're like, oh, well, we have all these employees, we'll just make them do it. So now on their own YouTube channel, they just release all this content that content creators want to do. And it's like, well, what am I going to do? Go to a small content creator who spent their own money on the product and look at it, or go to Wizards who could open millions of dollars worth of it. They're not going to, but you know what I mean. Like, they could just print a bunch of it, open it themselves, and then throw it away so that it's not like out in the world, but would still allow them to have that free content of having opened all that product. So like,
it's kind of messed up.
It's annoying. It's annoying. It bothers me for sure. But like, again, maybe that's just a me thing, and we've had that come up before where it's like, I understand that is an us problem and not necessarily an everybody else problem.
I don't think it's a you thing. I think it's a content creators thing.
Yeah.
You know, and so probably a lot of the public, or like the customer base isn't really aware of the fact that it affects us.
Yeah.
That way, you know.
Sure.
I don't know where I am.
Because you jumped around.
I know.
So you read this, and then you read all the. I think you're caught up down to here. This one, because
up here.
You didn't read this?
No.
Oh yes.
Mocan says, "God, I have so much off-brand Charmander merch. Main thing is the tail flame is always weirdly done." Amazing.
Fair. It's probably pretty difficult, like on like a plushie or something, to have the tail flame be a thing that like doesn't look terrible.
I'm honestly amazed you aren't at least 1K. Mocan says. Thank you, Mocan. That's really sweet.
That's very cool. We appreciate
really
that.
Sweet.
We've only been at it for 10 years.
Yeah.
Almost. Next year is our 10-year anniversary, but we learned a lot along the way. So like, we've been trying to do a lot more to like expand our reach, and like Video Games for All is a lot more far reaching, so to speak, in terms of like who to get. But also shout outs to Greg and Steve and Champion Card Collector in Poughkeepsie, New York, because the product openings that we get to do for them, as well as all the pre-release stuff that we get to do around pre-release week, has helped massively. And I would like to think, right, that's what I've talked about, that it helps them too, because they can point to that and say, hey, if you want to see what cards are available in our store, go watch Joe and Amy's videos, right? But it's also like, most people aren't going to go out and buy 2 cases of product and open it, so they get to live vicariously through us doing it for the store.
Right.
And so where else are you going to go to see 2 cases of product open? Thankfully, I can say, even Wizards doesn't do that.
Right.
So that's really nice.
I will say, like, for Gluten Free for All, because I had gotten so many followers on my Gluten Free for All Instagram that were like mainly people in the UK, actually, because I kind of had like one pretty popular Instagrammer, I suppose, for gluten free stuff in the UK, follow me, and then kind of all of their followers kind of came too, and
nice.
Then when they have followed someone else in the UK, like I've gotten that person too, and things like that. So just I ended up with a lot of people from the UK for some reason.
That's cool.
And I mean, I just posted my first post saying like, hey, we're back on the YouTube channel, like I'm making videos again now. So I'm hoping that if I keep on posting that every time we put a new video up on the YouTube channel, that maybe some of those people will come over to the YouTube channel as well, and then maybe they'll get an indication of, oh, they do video games too, and maybe Shot in the Dark, one of them will play Magic, who knows. So I mean, it like has potential to go to people that you would never think, like they would have never found us any other way. It's weird how things like that happen sometimes. Like the old camp that we used to work at, like we met somebody who used to work at that same camp, and but it was because they played Magic. We never would have met them some other way. It's just that we both worked at the same camp, just not at the same time, so we didn't know each other from that.
That's right.
But we knew each other because they played Magic. So like weird things like that happen sometimes,
That's right.
And so it could end up being a cool thing. You never know. Bomaclot says, am I saying it right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to do that a lot.
Oh, man.
What if ... Wizards X Lego collab?
I mean, again,
okay.
I see. Well, so interesting though, because Wizards is owned by Hasbro, and Lego is Lego like Mattel or something. I don't know offhand, but like, so that might be tough. But if there's enough money involved, I'm sure it could happen. Yeah. Lego absolutely loves dipping their toes into like video, like superhero properties, comic book properties, Star Wars thing, stuff like that. So I definitely could see it happening. And would I think it's cool? Yeah. Like, would I buy a lot of it? Probably not personally, but like, it's cool. Yeah, it's cool. Like,
I would want that.
Yeah. Again, like never got into Doctor Who, never really got into Warhammer. Doesn't mean I don't appreciate that those sets exist. And I'm happy for folks who went out and bought that stuff and were happy with it. That's awesome.
Sure. Lego is a private company, Mocan says.
Thank you, Mocan.
Then it's really cool that they've like expanded to what they've expanded to.
For sure.
That's really cool that they're a private company and they're as big as they are now.
Yeah.
Let's see. I keep on doing this. My God. See, Helen says, shh, Bomba. Don't give them ideas, LOL. Of the Lego collab?
Yeah, for what Wizards can do. Don't worry, see, Helen. Wizards employees are always scouring our videos for content ideas. I will say,
Professor did it once.
That's not proven. It just felt very similar. Manosaurus did the same thing. Anyway, but yes. Also, I will say, back when we were doing jars, we put out a jar, and we want to get back to it. By the way, we haven't stopped. It's just a lot of things are going on. We bought a new car.
Yeah.
Yay. It's a very expensive car payment.
Yes.
Yay. But we did. We finally bought a new car after looking at a number of them and going to a couple of dealerships and talking to a lot of different salespeople, and it took a nice long time. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. It's just showing like we're busy. We're busy people. But yes, at one point we did a jar where we talked about something, and I was like, both of us were like, "Why did this happen? Like, this is ridiculous." And one of Magic's artists, I think it was, or like an art director or something, reached out to us privately and like explained to us why. Like, they were like, look, you guys, we were talking about this in your video. I just want you to understand, like, this is why. And I was like, thank you so much. Like, this is so cool that you reached out.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah. We've talked to like Magic authors in the past, like Alison Lures, Kimberly Krynis, those types of folks. They've reached out to us before. So like,
I bought one of those necklaces that Kimberly Krynis made when she took the Magic cards and made them really tiny and put them on a necklace. I have a Nissa one. It broke, but I have a Nissa one that she made. I
mean, it shipped from Seattle and it made it here without breaking, and then eventually later on it broke. So I think that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, I got to wear it like a good number of times. So
yeah.
And it literally was just like a very, very tiny Magic card with like a thing like a piece of metal stuck in between another tiny Magic card and glued like this.
Yeah.
So like it was gonna fall apart sometime.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
like it was really cool.
Yeah.
Corey says they might be starting to do more streamer product stuff. I know on November 1st, Loading Ready Run is doing a huge Foundations pre-release opening and giveaway that WotC sent to them.
We literally watched that video yesterday.
Yes.
When it came out. I love Lure massively. I watch much of their content, even outside of Magic. I'm also looking forward to Desert Bus. I look forward to it every year because they do some incredible work for charity.
Yeah.
Absolutely incredible. Like probably unmatched for most content creators that I'm aware of at all. Because it's really, really phenomenal what they've been able to put together. But I will say, it, at least for Wizards, like, yes, I hope you're right, Corey, but also it's not difficult for them to go to, like, one of the best performing channels out there and say, hey, here's a ton of product here, and it's a giveaway, because giveaways will bring people to your channel even if they don't typically watch you. So then they're going to look at those numbers and say, oh, it's clearly working. Like, and get like, so larger numbers are larger numbers. I hope it trickles down, but I don't know. I feel like trickle down isn't what it was promised in general usually, but we'll have to see. That may be me being cynical. And so I'll step back a little bit on that, but I love Loading Ready Run. I'm super happy for them that they get to do that. That is a lot of product that was sent to them.
Yeah.
A lot. But it's because they do it live, and then they have a lot of people that watch it on the VOD because they try to get the VOD up as quickly as possible with edits and stuff in there to edit out all the commercial breaks. And shout outs to Heather, because Heather is typically the one that does that, and she does an incredible job with it. But they, like, all that product is there because then they can do a bunch of giveaways during the live as well as during the YouTube VOD also.
Right.
And again, that makes perfect sense because you want to encourage people to watch both and again, up those numbers massively. So. Yeah,
for sure. They're a lot more established than we are.
Well, they are.
They don't have like a zillion people. They're not like a huge company, but you know, they do have like a studio and.
Well, okay. I mean, yes, you're not wrong. They're a company. You said it yourself. They're a company. We are us. Right. These two people in a room. And again, never anything negative towards them. They're incredible. That's not what I'm getting at here at all. I look forward, hopefully, to getting the chance to meet them someday, whether it is at a pre-release or not. We have literally, as just the two of us doing this for 10 years, have established ourselves as the people who have opened more pre-release product than anybody else on the entirety of YouTube. Right. I think that's really impressive, especially, as Mocan said, for somebody that doesn't even have 1,000 subscribers. Like, I'd love to eventually be recognized for that outside of just us saying it, but regardless, that's not why I do it. I do it because I love pre-release. It's a lot of fun. And so getting to do that, like the content that we do, as well as the content that we do with Champion, with Greg and with Steve and their whole team, is amazing. We look forward to it. In fact, literally today, I think it comes up later in a moment, but today we put out a video of me opening a pre-release pack, a pre-release kit. So if you missed it, go check it out after our stream is over. It's like 20 minutes long. It's not a long video. And there will be 2 more of those. So stay tuned for those too.
Yeah. Are we giving away codes for Arena in those?
Yes.
Okay.
3 codes, 2 codes, 3 codes in order in the 3 videos.
Okay. Erica says, you can play a game with Mocan instead of me. No worries.
Aw, Erica, thank you.
I think we're going to have to play games with both of you next time.
Yes, and in fact, I will, again, we've just been very busy. I know Marcus probably gave up asking, but I will have to take some time and actually try to make a newer Brawl deck as well. I just have to find the time to do it. In fact, for folks who are watching our Nuzlocke playthrough over on Video Games for All, I've been working on that like nonstop since Friday.
Yeah.
Whenever I have free time, I'm playing through. I'm leveling people up. I'm playing Voltorb Flip. I'm trying to do all those things and I'm getting there.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, but it is tough, and especially without spoiling it, if people want to go watch for themselves, especially with what went down last Friday, a couple days ago. I'm still a little traumatized. So if you haven't gotten a chance to go watch that, I encourage you to do so. It was a hell of a thing. It was a very, very traumatic experience. And like I said, it's a lot of work for me to put in now to make sure that we are up to where we need to be to start the next stream.
Yeah.
So, which again, Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. We'd love to have you come join us. But.
Greg says, "Oh yeah, for sure. We share the videos. We'll sell all the things that you open, and it saves us from having to do it ourselves."
Yeah, I mean, it's it takes like 3-4 hours each time I do it. It's totally worth it. Mm-hmm. But yeah, Greg's right. Like either they do it themselves or pay employees to do it, whatever the case may be. So it's a perfectly like symbiotic thing that we get to do. And then the next day, Greg gets to sift through the stack of like, here's the really awesome cards. Have fun.
Right.
And again, I get to be like, oh my God, here's this amazing $800 jeweled lotus from Commander Masters or whatever.
Yeah, for sure. And then they'll ban it.
Oops. Not my problem.
Corey says, "Oh yeah, I nabbed one of the pre-release codes this afternoon. Thanks, Greg and Geek for All."
Amazing. Congrats, Corey.
Awesome.
Hopefully you got good stuff in the packs. That's awesome.
Mocan says, "Another time is perfectly good." Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you, Mocan.
Okay.
Appreciate that. Yeah, we will. Like I said, I'll work on making another Brawl deck. I understand that Marcus probably gave up, and I don't blame you, Marcus, for that at all. There was like so much time where like it was like, have you done it yet? No. Have you done it yet? No. Like eventually, just stop asking. Not because like you're doing anything wrong, but because it took me forever. So.
As someone who owns 2 mana crypts I opened from a box, I get why they banned it. Still stings slightly considering. Poor students.
Yeah, totally fair. I mean, I have dealt with that situation where I opened 2 Tarmogoyfs in 1 Future Sight box that I opened when Future Sight was still a new set. And then years later when people were like, oh, this card's super broken. Have you ever heard of it? It's Tarmogoyf. And I'm like, I feel like I've heard of it. And I checked, and there was a second one in my binder behind the first one. It was like, yeah, I do have that card. I have 2 of them. That's $400. Now I'm lucky if it's 40. So I get it. Totally.
Yeah.
Speaking of cards, Enduring Curiosity. We were looking for this card today.
We were.
in paper, like actual physical cards. In fact,
and
I don't know.
we didn't find it.
Can you see the stacks over there? I think you can. So these are all the cards that we've opened from Duskmourn in these 2 big stacks over here. So I was looking through those stacks for this card earlier today, and I didn't find it. So thanks, Arena.
Ken says cat.
It is. It's a Curiosity. Could kill this cat, but then it'll come back as an enchantment because it's enduring. We have an Omnivorous Flytrap.
Oh.
A Head Shredder.
Yeah.
I know you like this one because it looks like
a
spider. Enduring Courage. Courage, the not-so-cowardly dog. We have Marina Vendril. We had an opponent play this against us today, but this is our first that we've opened of her. Hushwood Verge, our first one of those as well, of a rare land. Twitching Doll.
No.
You don't like the little spiders?
I do like the spider.
You just don't like the doll?
No.
Even though the doll is made up of those spiders.
Stop it.
Stop it. Ghost Vacuum. Oh my god, this card's so good. Why have I not been able to play with this card more? Oh, right, because I never opened it. This card's really good.
First.
It is, yeah. Plus a Leyline of Resonance, which is our first as well. But by the way, this card in foil, though?
Very pretty.
Oh
yes.
my god, so good in foil. All right, Erica. If you're still here, it's happening. Do we get a Mythic Rare wild card, or do we get an actual Mythic from the set? For folks who are unaware, we prefer a mythic rare from the set. And we get
A wild card.
why?
Well,
God damn it.
quit.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's been real, everybody. Look at all these packs that we have.
Wow.
Who gave us all these packs?
I guess next stream is just going to be us playing Brawl and opening packs.
Don't tempt me. Do we have a second orb yet? I don't think we do. Jesus. Oh, we do.
Oh.
Okay, you liked these the most? Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Then we're getting these. Kaito, Bane of Nightmare sleeves.
Yeah.
Okay. Very nice.
Mocan says anyone else would be really happy with all these wild cards.
I don't blame them. But yeah, look. Although to be fair, I did say I'm gonna make. Wow, I have exactly 1,000 uncommon wild cards.
Oh my gosh.
But I did say I'm gonna try to make a brawl deck, so it's definitely possible that I might need them. But we shall see.
Marcus says I bet streaming the new builds would help.
Okay, fair enough. So what I might be able to do is like get an idea for myself of like a couple of ideas of commanders that I might want, and then we can kind of go from there on stream. But I'll take some time myself and look through some of the legendaries to pick something that I would want as like I said, a couple of options for what I would want as a commander. So then maybe I can come in with like an actual list and we can go from there. But that seems totally fine. I don't mind doing that.
That's a very creepy sleeve right there.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it sure is.
I don't like that.
It sure
I don't
is.
like that. Mocan says, I missed Marcus say, maybe the stream just before a new set drops.
Yeah, the one where we've already done the streamer event, and so then, we like, but now we're going to go back to the old set or to Cube before the new set. So yeah, we could probably give that a try.
Mocan says, I'd be down for a brawl stream, helping with deck building and play some games.
Yeah, and sure enough, like if we like do the playing the games would be like testing. We'd like test it.
Sure.
So okay, sure. Yeah, we can do that. I like the idea of either like right before the new set releases or shortly, like, or the one before that even. I don't know. We can figure it out as it gets closer. There is, Foundations comes out in like 2 weeks.
Oh my god, really?
Yep.
Why?
Perpetual releases, that's why.
I can't do this, guys.
Releases.
I wasn't lying when I said I quit.
Yeah, Foundations is in like 2 weeks. That's why
crazy.
That's why Loading Ready Run's doing their stream on November 1st, because it's right before the new set comes out.
Merch of the Ma product?
March of the product.
Oh, okay.
Like March of the Machine.
Sure.
Because they are the machine, and they just keep churning out product after product after product release.
Yes, I know.
Why is the store lit up again? Did I miss something? Did they like just refresh the store?
They want you to buy more shit.
I'm sure, of course they do. It's like, oh, you spent money. It's like, did I though? Not really. It's like,
I don't want any of this. Go away.
Wait, where was? Oh, but look, there's another twitching doll art.
No. Go away.
What about this guy? This guy's cute.
Yes, he is.
He's not 3,400 gems worth of cute,
No.
but he's cute.
He is not. So, bye-bye.
Jeez. Okay, anyway.
Oh my god, this chair.
It's all right. We're almost done, everybody.
Guys,
We're
I'm
almost done.
losing my mind. I just... Next week when you tune in, I'm just going to be a vegetable.
Jesus. Let's not even go there, shall we?
Mocan says there's a glitch that every time you check the mastery orb stuff, the store yells at you that there's new content and the mastery button lights up.
Yeah, and then Corey basically saying...
It's a bug when you use an orb. Says store is new again. Yeah. Okay.
Yep. All right. Well, that's what I get for using orbs, I guess. But anyway, yeah. Hey, guess what, everybody?
God, Joe, you're such an orb user.
Yeah. I abuse orbs, everybody. You heard it here first.
He abuses orbs, and I'm going to be a vegetable. So, going to be some stellar content next week.
Wow. Well, between now and next week, we have another stream on Friday over on Video Games for All. Don't forget.
Yes.
We also have 3 videos coming out on Video Games for All every single week. Tomorrow is a new episode of Pokemon Black, Amy's 5th journey through the world of Pokemon, as I say. We also have a new Final Fantasy VIII episode coming out on Wednesday.
Yes.
And this coming Sunday, as the final Sunday prior to Halloween, will be the finale, the 6th and final episode of Little Nightmares 2. If you haven't gotten a chance to check it out, like I said, it is 6 episodes long. Not that much of a time investment, but it's worth your time if you have not seen the game before. And if you have and are interested in seeing Amy and myself see it for the first time, I encourage you to go check it out.
Happy Spooky Month. Mocan says, night guys with a wave.
Good night, Mocan. Thank you for being here.
Yes, so much. Corey says, great stream again. Have a great week. If you aren't in Halloween costumes next Monday, I ain't watching. LOL JK. No, okay, so this time I wore my, can you guys see it?
Hold on. I can do it. I can do the thing. Boom. There you go.
Oh, you guys can see that, right? You've got.
I mean, now you can.
So these are the werewolves howling up at the moons, because there are many of them in this. What is this thing called again?
The Celestis.
The Celestis, right?
I got you.
So I'm wearing this shirt today, and then next week I have my other Midnight Hunt. Is it Midnight Hunt?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, my other Midnight Hunt pumpkin jack-o'-lantern shirt that I'll be wearing. So, but I can wear the fox ears again if it makes you happy. Bombaclat says jack-o'-lantern and saluting face.
That's right. And thank you, Bombaclat. Appreciate it.
Yes. And I like looked at the saluting and I was like, what am I seeing?
It blends
it's really
in.
hard to tell.
It blends in very well. Yeah.
And Marcus gives a peace sign.
That's right.
Yes.
In fact, speaking of which, you kind of just did it and we kind of did. But, Amy, it's my thing. I have to do my thing.
I'm sorry to mess with your...
It's not your fault.
your process.
Yes, exactly. I definitely... Yeah. Don't mess with my process. I'm very method when it comes to how I stream.
He's very method, guys.
I'm not very method.
Oh my god.
I wing it most of the time. Which is why like half the time I'm like stuttering through it or like stop, say the wrong thing, do the wrong outro, like that's why most of the stuff we do is pre-recorded. Anyway.
I'm worse. I mean, I can hardly read. I don't know what half the references are that you guys make. I can't even see emojis. Like, I'm fucking old.
We talked about that earlier. There you go. Karma comes back around.
Yeah.
Gonna throw it in my face that I made magic decks when the internet wasn't a thing. There you go. Now you get it right back.
It was technically a thing. It just, didn't have any Magic the Gathering on it.
Well, I was gonna say I wasn't very entrenched in internet magic worlds around that time. I'm sure there were like chat rooms and stuff that talked about it, or like different like smaller communities or whatever. But I was definitely not part of that. It was just
somebody wrote about Magic the Gathering on their live journal page. Or their MySpace.
I was gonna say MySpace was even. I had a live journal. I did not. Well, I guess I had a MySpace, but I wasn't very active on MySpace back in the day.
I never had a MySpace.
I did, but like I said, not for much. I did very little on it. Anyway, Amy, we had genuinely a lot of amazing people join us tonight on stream.
Yes.
And so, in tradition, or as is tradition, you have a lot of work to do.
I do. Marcus, thank you so much for being here as always. Tried and true, most loyal viewer forever.
That's right.
We love you.
That's right.
Bombaclot I still have trouble saying your name, but I'll get there. Thank you so much for being here, being new, for your subscription. It really means a lot to us.
Truly.
I don't know if there are other creators that you have subscribed to who have looked straight in the camera and said, it really means a lot to us.
Sure.
Just in case they haven't, it really means a lot to us.
Yes, big time.
Godalope says good night. Thank you, Godalope. You too.
Yes.
I'm so glad that you had such a great time at Comic-Con.
Yeah, really cool looking at all of your stuff.
Yeah.
And we look forward to hearing about all your awesome adventures going forward at all the different places, conventions, whatever that you might be tabling at or visiting or all of the above. So, thank you.
You're the best.
Yes.
Mocan, thank you so much for being here. It really means a lot when you get to make it to these streams. And I really love that you've been here so much recently. Like,
yeah,
that's so cool,
yeah.
Mocan.
It means the world. It truly does.
Yeah.
And literally because you're across the world from where we are. So
and
the timing is not the easiest thing.
You're a student and you're busy and we get it.
Yeah.
And the time change and all of that.
That's right.
So yeah, we can appreciate that for sure.
That's right.
Corey, thank you so much for being here. You always are. I appreciate that.
That's right.
Erica, you're the fucking best, lady. Like, what the hell else do I say?
I would not wish to have my butt kicked by anybody else. It was an absolute joy and a pleasure as always.
You're incredible.
Congratulations on your awesome deck. It is very you.
Yes.
And so it makes perfect sense. And again, another deck that I'm honored to lose to. Very well done.
C. Holland, thank you so much. I know you're not the most active in chat person, but that's okay. We love you and we love how loyal you are, and it really means a lot.
Well, and the same thing that Amy said to Mocan as well. Across the world, right? Across the pond, and the Atlantic Ocean.
It's coming up on 11 p.m. here, so I don't even know what time it is over there for y'all, but fuck.
Yeah. So thank you. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Go get some rest. You deserve it.
For sure. Greg, you're just incredible. We miss you. We'll see you soon. We'll give you all the hugs.
It's true.
And we can't wait.
Very, very true. Oh my goodness. There's so many.
Did we have anybody else?
I don't know. If we did, they were towards the top.
Everybody was so active in chat tonight. Adam Curry, you're new as well. Thank you so much for being here and being new. And I don't know if you subscribed to us, but if you did, we really appreciate it. And if you didn't, that's okay.
Yeah.
We really appreciate you being here anyway.
That's right.
I'm sure you're not still here listening to this, but if you are, we appreciate it.
Or you're watching us on the VOD or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
And in fact, speaking of which, that is everyone. And so thank you, Amy, firstly. But secondly, thank you to all of you for watching us. If, for whatever reason, you were watching us, but you did not hear your name just mentioned by Amy, it is only because we didn't see you in chat. And so in the future, if you want that specialized shout out here at the end, all you got to do is pop into chat, say hey. Of course, you're welcome to say more. We'd love to hear more from you. But if you're not able to do so, you're not comfortable doing so, whatever the case may be, no worries whatsoever. Please accept our blanket thank you here at the end. We appreciate you spending your time with us however you choose to do so. Like I said, for more Magic content, we'll be back next Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern live right here on this channel. If you are interested in more than just Magic content, don't forget our two other channels, Video Games for All
and Gluten Free for All.
Links down in the description box below, and you can sub and ring the bell here and there if that's something that you're interested in. And please feel free to check out our stream on Friday, this coming Friday, also at 8 p.m. Eastern, where we will be continuing our Nuzlocke. Like I said, it was kind of a crazy week last week, and so hopefully it will be a little bit better this week. There's only one way to find out, and that's if you join us. If you can't join us, the VOD will be available on that channel, as all of the others are. So if you're interested in trying to catch up, you're more than welcome to do that too. But between now and the next time that we see you, whenever that happens to be, please continue to stay safe and happy and healthy. That is to you and yours super important. And For now, from us here at the Geek for All family of channels, I have been Joe.
And I'm Amy.
And as we always say, in whichever video or stream of ours you watch next, we will see you all next time. Thanks, everybody.